From Winter Field in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, the Rockford Rivets close out a 4-game Wisconsin road trip with a matchup with the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters here in northern Wisconsin. Welcome to this audio broadcast of Rockford Rivets baseball. Rivets down to 2-7 in the second half of play, the lowest record in the Great Lakes East following a loss in Game 1 yesterday by a 4-1 score. Here's the lineup quickly for Josh Kimes' team. Easton Morrell leads off and plays second base. Cam McDonald in the first base spot, bats second. Left fielder Matt Higgins bats third. Jake Vanderwall in the cleanup position bats fourth and plays right field. Andrew Wilhite at third base bats fifth. Brendan Comia, the shortstop, bats sixth. Nick Juer, the catcher today, bats seventh. Aaron Mann, the DH, is eighth. And Johnny Butler, the center fielder, bats ninth for the Rockford Rivets. Starting pitcher for the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors is Matt Osterberg. Record of 4-1 this season with a 2.37 ERA, making his seventh start of the season. Sophomore from St. Cloud State, native of Coleman, Wisconsin, a left-handed thrower at 6'3", 175. Both pitchers today left-handed starters. Matt Osterberg for Wisconsin Rapids and Jared Olson, the Michigan State Spartan, for the Rockford Rivets. Osterberg, a hard-throwing left-hander, fastball in the upper 80s for manager Craig Noto's team. Comes in off a no decision back on July 6 at Fond du Lac. Pitched 5 2/3 of no earned runs. His team lost the game, but Osterberg did not lose. He took a no decision in that one. So Easton Morrell leads off for Rockford, left-handed batter against the lefty Matt Osterberg to start things off. Morrell, the second baseman from Texas Tech, sophomore, batting .355 this season through 10 games, the top batting average on this Rockford team. So lefty on lefty to open things up, as Osterberg is a step behind the rubber. Now puts his left foot and right foot on it at 7:06 Central Time. We get underway. First pitch to Morrell was a fastball. It's down and in at 87 miles an hour for ball one from Osterberg. Morrell yesterday was 0 for 3 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a foul back left side on a fastball again, 1-1. That ball out of play. Morrell scored the only Rockford run of the game yesterday, back in the 5th inning, an Andrew Wilhite RBI single. Rockford losing by a 4-1 score yesterday here at Winter Field. 1-1 pitch to Morrell. And a fastball is on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. David Mayberry calling the balls and strikes. Trevor Patience is at first base with Justin Clark over at third. Same crew as yesterday, they're only positioned counterclockwise. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a slider on the outside corner for strike 3. And Easton Morrell goes down. First strikeout of the game for Matt Osterberg. And Morrell down to open things up. Osterberg with 32 strikeouts in 38 1/3 innings now. Just under 1 per frame. 32 Ks against 9 walks, a whip of 1.16. Wisconsin Rapids, a team that strikes out 8 guys per 9 innings. Struck out 11 Rivets yesterday. First pitch to Cam McDonald now. It's a fastball that's fouled away to the first base side, 0-1. McDonald batting from the right-handed side against the lefty Osterberg. Josh Kimes with 3 righties and 1 switch hitter, Nick Juer, who will bat righty against the starter Osterberg, and 5 lefties. Rockford had 8 lefties and 1 switch in yesterday's lineup. 0-1 pitch, fastball grounded down to third base. To his left, Fullerton drops the ball, goes back up and throws wide of the first base bag. Caroms off the sidewall and back into play. Not out of bounds, so Cam McDonald reaches base on an E5. The throw was well wide of first base as Fullerton bobbled the ball, picked it up off the dirt, and threw one that was about 10 feet wide of first base to the right. So McDonald reaches on an E6. Brings up Matt Higgins. E5, excuse me, and now Higgins to come to bat. Matt Higgins 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout yesterday. 3 hits on this 3-game road trip. He's 3 for 9 against Madison and Wisconsin Rapids on this Wisconsin road swing. Lefty against lefty. Runner on first and McDonald, and 1 out, top of the first. First pitch, a fastball that's high. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Higgins on the year batting .288, 18 RBIs and 1 home run. Sophomore from Bellarmine. McDonald leads off first, not a lot of wheels. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch to Higgins. And a fastball's up and in. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Higgins has 10 multi-hit games this season. Leads the Rockford team in base hits with 46. Tied for most in RBIs with 18. Leads him in runs with 26. 2-0 pitch. And a breaking ball is on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Higgins also has the strikeouts lead with 44. Tied for the most doubles with 10. He's played the most games for Rockford. This is 44th. Rockford has played 45, including this one. 2-1 Higgins. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit left side out of play. 2-2 on a fastball from Osterberg. Jake Vanderwall waits on deck. 2-2 to Higgins, the Rockford strikeout leader. A man on first base in Cam McDonald. And Jake Vanderwall at the on-deck circle. Third base side, Osterberg comes set, letter high. The lefty fires the 2-2. Breaking ball is at the plate, low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, knocked down by catcher Matt Oldham. And the count runs full on Higgins. He and Vanderwall, are tied with 44 strikeouts to lead Rockford. So Higgins, one of the 2 strikeout leaders. 3 balls, 2 strikes to him. Osterberg steps on the rubber. The 6'3 lefty from St. Cloud State. 3-2 to Higgins. With 1 away, here it comes. Runner takes off, swinging a foul ball, first base on the ground. Still 3-2. And McDonald taking off. He has 1 stolen base in 4 tries this season. Three balls and 2 strikes to Matt Higgins. No score in the game. Top of the first, 1 man away. The set by Osterberg and throws back to first. McDonald scampers back and he's up standing. Count holds at 3-2. 82 degrees today at game time. Humidity at 59%. Rain could be in the forecast in the later innings of today's game. With a 7:06 start time. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Higgins. Here's Osterberg's pitch. McDonald takes off and Higgins fouls it away back into the left out of the stadium. So still 3-2. That's 7 pitches now to Matt Higgins on Osterberg. Osterberg, who's gone as many as 7 innings this season. Pitch count at 13 so far with 1 on and 1 out. No score, top of the first. McDonald, the Rockford base runner, reached on an error on third baseman Harry Fullerton. Jake Vanderwall on deck. 3-2 to Matt Higgins. Here's the pitch. Fastball is popped up, third base side, near the foul line, and shallow left Schieckhofer is called off by the shortstop Roman Trujillo, who makes the catch. About a foot to the right of the foul line, so a pop-up to the shortstop for Higgins. And he's retired for the second out on an 8-pitch at-bat. Brings up Jake Vanderwall. Vanderwall, the right fielder for Rockford, back in the cleanup spot, where he resided for most of the first half of the season, or at least the early portion. But back in that spot today, was 1 for 4 with a walk and 2 strikeouts in yesterday's game. Is 4 for 13 in this series. .273 batter with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. Redshirt junior from Long Beach State. Here's the first pitch. And a slider is fouled away at the plate. No balls and a strike. Slider at 79. Fastball for Osterberg can reach 87, 88. Lefty on lefty. McDonald on first base and 2 out. No score, top of the first. Vanderwall played his first game against Wisconsin Rapids yesterday. Did not play in either of the 2 games back in Rockford in May. 0-1 pitch. And a slider on a check swing. Did Vanderwall go? Yes, he did. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And Osterberg gets ahead on Jake early. Andrew Wilhite is on deck. McDonald, the game's first base runner, has not moved since he got on first base with 1 out. Matt Higgins popped up to shortstop. Now an 0-2 count on Vanderwall with 2 out. Third base side, Osterberg set from the stretch at the letters. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider bounced right back to Osterberg, has it on a high chop, belt high, throws on to first overhand, and that retires Vanderwall in plenty of time. A 1-3 putout to retire the side. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left after half an inning. Our score, Rockford nothing, and the Raptors no score. Back at Witter Field, no score, Rockford and Wisconsin Rapids. Rivets sent down with no runs, no hits, and just one error, one man left. And here's the Rafters lineup, drawn up by Craig Noto, the fifth-year manager. Jalen Guy leads off and plays center field. Richie Sheekhofer in left field bats second. Peter Matt at right field bats third, so the first three men are outfielders. Osvaldo Tovalin back in the cleanup spot, playing first base. Davion Downey follows him at DH, batting fifth. Darian Williams at second base, bats sixth. Harry Fullerton at third base is seventh. Matt Oldham, the catcher for the second straight game, is eighth. And Roman Trujillo in the ninth spot, playing shortstop, facing left-hander Jared Olson for Rockford. Lineup of 5 righties and 4 lefties for Wisconsin Rapids versus a left-handed thrower in Olson. The first pitch to Jalen Guy on the way, and a fastball is on the outside corner for a strike at 85 miles an hour. 0-1 the count. Jared Olson, the junior from Michigan State, LaSalle, Illinois native, 1-1 with an ERA of 3.93. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit to shortstop. Comilla measures it and runs in to make the catch at his belt, rather at his letters. The shortstop for Rockford. So a soft liner to shortstop, and Guy is retired for the first out. Jared Olson took a loss, his first loss of the season, back in Green Bay on July 6th. 5 runs in 4 innings pitched, a 7-3 Rockford defeat. 5 runs on 8 hits for him. That was after he picked up his first win against Battle Creek on June 29th. 1 earned run in 6 innings. 1-1 his record. First pitch to Richie Sheekhofer is a slow breaking ball that finds the knees for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Olson with 21 strikeouts in 18 1/3 innings. Whip of 1.42. Here's the 0-1 to Sheekhofer. And a fastball is well outside for ball 1. Sheekhofer out of Rutgers, the left fielder, batting .357 with a home run and 13 RBIs this season. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a slider is on the outside corner, a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Sheekhofer, a lefty against the lefty Jared Olson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Sheekhofer. And up and in with a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sheekhofer with the highest batting average on this Rafter team at .357. Tied for the most walks with 23. 2 balls, 2 strikes, pitch from Olson. Swinging a tapper foul toward the Rockford dugout first base side on a changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rockford's dugout on the first base side and the home Rafter dugout third base side. Bullpens are in a fenced away area in left and right field respectively, not in the field of play. 2-2 to Sheekhofer. The wind of the pitch by Olson. That hit him on the, perhaps the elbow, his right elbow, and he shakes it off. A ball that got well inside. Change up from Olson that didn't have the positioning he wanted to. So after getting a hit on Sheekhofer, he hits him with the pitch. There's the first base runner for Wisconsin Rapids. Neither team with a hit today, each with 1 base runner. That brings up Peter Matt to the plate, junior from Pennsylvania, the right fielder for Wisconsin Rapids. So center, left, and right field, batting 1, 2, and 3 in the order. Matt, a right-hander, against Olson, the lefty, who steps on the third base side and goes from the stretch for the first time. Belt high set, first pitch. And a fastball dots the inside corner. Strike 1 call from David Mayberry at home plate. Peter Matt batting .235, a home run, and 15 RBIs. Had the biggest game for Wisconsin Rapids yesterday. 0-1 pitch. And a slider that hits the left-handed batter's box, 2 feet in front of home plate for ball 1. Matt was 3 for 4 with an RBI yesterday, also stole a base. That was after going just 1 for 14 over his previous 6 games. Had 3 hits against Rockford yesterday. And an RBI single back in the first inning where Wisconsin Rapids got all 4 of their runs. 1-1 pitch to Matt, and a fastball is high and outside for ball 2. Rafters scored all 4 runs off starter Hunter Keim in the first inning. In Keim's only inning of work, he threw 52 pitches, well beyond the pitching limit in the Northwoods League. That was all they needed. Rockford got 1 run back in the top of the 5th, but that was all. 4-1 the final for Wisconsin Rapids yesterday. 2-1 pitch. And a low breaking ball misses 3-1. Osvaldo Tovalin is on deck. Sheekhofer off a hit batsman at first base is the only man aboard. 3-1 to Peter Matt with 1 out. No score bottom of the first inning at Witter Field. 3-1 pitch. And a fastball is low and inside for ball 4, and that walks Peter Matt and puts 2 on base for Osvaldo Tovalin, the cleanup man. So a hit batsman and a walk on 5 pitches brings up Tovalin. The Azusa Pacific product, left-handed batter from Chula Vista, California, batting .283 this season with 1 home run and 14 RBIs. Had a run batted in yesterday and has done well for himself against Rockford pitching this season series. Has played in all 3 prior games and is 4 for 11. 4th game out of 4 in this season set. 2nd of 2 here in Wisconsin Rapids. 1st and 2nd one out for Osvaldo Tovalin. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch from Jared Olson. And a slider finds the outer edge at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Tovalin in his last 6 games batting .385 with 4 RBIs. More than 100 points more than his season batting average of .283. No balls, 1 strike to Tovalin. Olsen set just above the belt. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And sliders fouled away left side to the screen. 0-2. Rockford in their road dark gray uniforms with gold numerals, gold lettering across the front, Rockford written, and gold trim on the pants. Rafters wearing their home whites with maroon red numerals and lettering. Rafters across the front with black sleeves with red trim. Same unis as yesterday for both teams. 0-2 to Tovalin. Davion Downey on deck. 2 on and 1 out, 1st and 2nd. No score bottom half of the 1st inning. 0-2 from Olsen to Tovalin on the way. Slider is sent to center field, moving to his right. Johnny Butler has room toward the gap, and he makes the catch. And Sheekhofer at second does not tag up. In fact, he has to scamper back to the base. That ball was hit toward the left center field gap, but too much air under it from Tovalin. And Butler makes the catch. Infield for Rockford, Andrew Wilhite at third base, Brendan Comia at shortstop, Easton Morell at second base, Cam McDonald over at first. In the outfield, Higgins, Butler, and Vanderwall left to right. And Nick Jouer catching for Jared Olson, and Aaron Mann back in the lineup. His first game played of this road trip, he is the DH. That brings up Davion Downey, the DH for Wisconsin Rapids. Wearing number 19 in white, lefty on lefty with 1st and 2nd and now 2 out. Olson leans in for the sign and has it from Nick Jouer. And the first pitch to Downey. And a fastball is up and in for ball 1. Downey, the sophomore from Baylor, Bowling Green, Kentucky native. .303 batter this season with 11 RBIs and no home runs. Had a multi-hit game yesterday, was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Also struck out twice. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And a slider is low and outside this time for ball 2. Downey is 5 for 8 over his last 2 games, 2 for 4 yesterday. He's hit in 4 of his last 5 games and has reached base in his last 5 as well. 1st and 2nd, 2 out, no score bottom of the 1st. Rafters look to break the seal in the 1st inning once again. Here's a 2-0 to Downey. Olsen fires away. Fastball is bounced between 1st and 2nd. Diving McDonald can't make the play, through for a base hit. Around third base, Sheekhofer rescores. Throw goes to third. In a pickle now, Peter Matt. Throw to second base. Comia, the shortstop's got it. Runs Matt to third base. Tag comes from Wilhite, and he is out at third to end the inning. But a run scores on a Davion Downey RBI single to score Sheekhofer. Peter Matt is picked off on a pickle, going to third base, and that does retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, and 1 left for Wisconsin Rapids. And after 1, our score, Rafters 1 and the Rivets nothing. Top of the second inning, our score, Wisconsin Rapids 1 and Rivets nothing. Rafters score for the second straight time in the first inning, both games in this series. RBI single from Davion Downey brings home Richie Schieckhofer, who was hit by a pitch by Jared Olson. A hit by pitch and a walk, so just one run on one hit for Wisconsin Rapids. Rockford with 5, 6, and 7 up. Wilhite, Comia, and Jouer top of the second inning. Wilhite, a left-handed batter against the lefty Matt Osterberg. Here's the first pitch on the way. And a fastball is low and away. Ball 1. So Osterberg started against Rockford in the opening day of the season, a 2-0 Rafters win. Pitched 5 innings and allowed just one hit, scoreless. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ball to first base, handled by Tovola, runs to the bag himself, calls off his pitcher, and makes the put out himself, a 3-U in the book. And there's one away against Wilhite. Well, Osterberg, that was a suspended game for Wisconsin Rapids, so Osterberg picked up the game after a couple of innings, after 2 innings, and went the 5, so it was not a start. His only relief appearance this season, and effectively was a start. 5 innings of scoreless baseball and a win, struck out 6, and again, just one Rockford hit in a shutout to open the season for both teams at Rivets Stadium. First pitch to Brendan Comia now from Osterberg. It's a fastball inside, 1-0. Comia, the shortstop, batting .227, the freshman from Illinois. First game played in this series after a 3-for-6 day in Madison. 1-0 pitch to Comia. Grounded down to third base. Backhand play by Fullerton. Throws across the bag on a couple of steps and makes the play in time to retire Comia. Out number 2 now. In the infield for Wisconsin Rapids, Harry Fullerton at third base. Roman Trujillo is at shortstop. Adarian Williams is at second base. And Osvaldo Tovolan plays first. In the outfield, Richie Schieckhofer at left, Jalen Guy in center, and Peter Matt in right field. Matt Oldham doing the catching for a second straight game, with Davion Downey as the designated hitter, and Matt Osterberg on the mound. Yet to allow a hit in 1 2/3 innings. Just an E5 for McDonald's. Here's Nick Jouer now. Switch hitter batting right, first pitch. And a fastball is inside. Jouer hops out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Jouer playing the first game of this series, second of this road trip. Well, second start, that is. Third game played. 228 batter, 1-0 pitch. And a fastball is below the knees, ball 2. 228 with 11 RBIs and no home runs. On base rate of .376. 20 walks against 19 strikeouts for Jouer. Reaches base quite a bit. 2 balls, no strikes to him. Osterberg kicks and deals. Fastball's fouled away, right field side and out, 2-1. Aaron Mann would be next, the designated hitter for Rockford. Both Jouer and Minzy played both games in Madison. They subbed out for each other as a pinch hit in both games. Minzy played all 9 innings of game 1, and Nick Jouer gets the start here in game 2. 2-1 on him with 2 out. Here's the pitch from Osterberg. And a breaking ball is high for ball 3, a changeup. No score, top of the second. Rockford and Wisconsin Rapids. Rockford goes back home to play Kokomo in a 3-game set. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at 4:35 at Rivets Stadium. Wisconsin Rapids takes on Madison at the Duck Pond tomorrow for a 2-game set. 3-1 pitch to Jouer. And a fastball is just high and inside for ball 4, and that's a walk to Nick Jouer. 5-pitch walk. So Rockford with 2 base runners in the ball game, still with no hits. Jouer on first and 2 out for Aaron Mann, the designated hitter. Batting .202 this season with 12 RBIs. His first action of this road trip. No starts, no pinch hits, no nothing since the Green Bay series, where he played both games and went 0 for 5. Mann, the freshman from Drury, righty against the lefty Osterberg. And here's the first pitch on the way. And a fastball's in for a strike down the middle. 0-1 from Osterberg. And the 6'4", 220-pound right-hander. Prone to swinging hard and striking out a lot. 29 strikeouts in 27 games played. Formerly had the Rockford lead, but has not played every day. Little Rock, Arkansas native. 0-1 the count from Osterberg. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit to shortstop, a hard chop for Trujillo. He backs up, throws the second, gets Jouer the short way. And that's a 6'4" fielder's choice to retire Aaron Mann as Jouer is erased. That retires the side. No runs on no hits and 1 man left. After 1.5, our score 1-0 Wisconsin Rapids. Bottom of the second inning here at Witter Field, Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. A very sizable crowd today on a Friday night in northern Wisconsin. Attendance of 1,651 yesterday. We'll see what the number is later on in today's game. It appears to be more full than yesterday. Stands here in Wisconsin Rapids. Jared Olson to face the 6, 7, and 8 guys. Berberian Williams leads off against him. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball dots the outside corner, strike one from Olson. Williams, the second baseman from UNLV, Las Vegas, Nevada native, batting .243 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs this season. Here's the 0-1 from Olson. Long line of the pitch. Fastball was hit to right center field. Over comes Vanderwall to his right. He strolls and makes the catch. His glove right at his head. And there's the first out to Berberian Williams in the second inning. And there's one away for Harry Fullerton. There's a Rafters team that's won 12 of their last 13 home games. Streak that began after the last home loss, June 17th against Madison. Lost on Wednesday against Fond du Lac 18-4, but rebounded with a win yesterday against Rockford. First pitch to Fullerton is on the outside corner, a strike. 0-1. So 12 out of 13 home games they've won in succession. 16-6 their home record overall this season. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball outside. 0-2 to Harry Fullerton. Fullerton wearing number 7, sophomore from New Mexico, Sydney, Australia native, batting .208 with 3 RBIs. Steps in for an 0-2, righty against the lefty Olson. And time called at the plate as Olson was halfway through his windup. Olson steps back on the third base side from the windup. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom second, no score. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, chopped to third and foul, wide of Andrew Wilhite. The second best home record at 16-6. Only Traverse City, who's 19-6 at home this season. They played 3 more home games, though. No balls, 2 strikes to Harry Fullerton. Here's Olson's pitch. Just low for a ball. On a change-up, 1-2. Well, if Wisconsin Rapids has won 12 of the last 13 at home, then their home record at one point was just 4-5. Now it's 16-6. 1-2 to Fullerton. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball that slid to the outside, and Fullerton down on strikes for the second out. First strikeout for Olson today. It's a Rockford team that recorded 9 strikeouts of the Rapids lineup and walked just 3 men in yesterday's game and left 7 on base. Defensively, at least. They left 13 on base. Offensively did Rockford. So 2 away now for Matt Oldham, the left-handed hitting catcher, the sophomore from Elon, batting .194 this season with an RBI single yesterday. It was 1 for 3. Check the RBI sac fly was 1 for 3. Here's the first pitch. And a slider hits the outside corner at 80 miles an hour from Olson for strike 1. Olson's found his rhythm here in this second inning. He's got the first 2 men out and has thrown just 1 ball. 0-1 pitch. And a fastball is just high. There's his second ball of the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Matt Oldham. Native of Pittsboro, North Carolina. Has a hit in 4 of his last 5 games, including yesterday. 1-1 pitch. And a slider is on the outside corner for a strike call again. 1-2. Roman Trujillo would be next. Olson looks for a 1-2-3 second after allowing a Davion Downey RBI single to end the first inning. 1-0 our score. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Oldham on a nice breaking ball again, right down the middle just about. Oldham swung over it, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. On 1-2-3, Wisconsin Rapids goes down. Our score 1-0 Rafters. 2 innings in the books in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, back here at Witter Field. Top of the third, 1-0 Rafters over the Rivets. Rockford brings 9-1 and 2 up. Johnny Butler, Easton Morrell, and Cam McDonald. Butler, the center fielder for North Carolina State, the sophomore, batting .304 this season. 7 for 23, has a 4-game hitting streak coming into today's game. Lefty on lefty to begin the third. Matt Osterberg from the third base side winds and fires to Butler. The fastball is fouled away. It's shanked to the left. And just to our left, 0-1. Butler with a 2 for 4 game yesterday with a walk and a stolen base. 3 for 8 on this road trip is Butler. He's been on base in every game he's played. A .484 on base rate for him. No balls and a strike to Butler, and the pitch. And a breaking ball as well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Osterberg threw 2, has not allowed a hit. Just 1 walk and 1 man reached on an E5, that being Cam McDonald. 28 pitches through 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Johnny Butler. The fastball is sent to left center field. That one's down for a base hit in front of Richie Sheikover, who was ranging over to his left and had no play. Had to play it on a hop. And Butler stops at first base with a single to lead off the third inning. And the hitting streak improves to 5 for Johnny Butler. The first Rockford hit today leads off the third. And Easton Morrell comes to the plate, the top of the batting order. So one time through the Rockford lineup, they go 1 for 8 with a walk. And here's Easton Morrell. Each team with 1 base hit in this game. Morrell struck out to begin the game off Osterberg. Osterberg's only strikeout of the game. Batting average down to .344 with 4 RBIs and no homers. Here's the first pitch to the lefty. Swinging a ball hit to right field, down for a base hit again. A hot line drive that was between first and second just about, more toward the second base side, and landed on the outfield grass at right. Played on a couple of hops by Peter Matt and thrown in. So Butler goes to second base, and Morrell turns around a fastball to right field for a base hit himself. First and second now with nobody out to start the third for Rockford on back-to-back base hits, and that brings up Cam McDonald. McDonald reached on an error by third baseman Harry Fullerton back in the first inning on a throwing error that went well wide of the first base back down the line. Freshman from Illinois. The righty against the lefty, Matt Osterberg. Both runners take leads, first and second, and nobody out, neither runner being held on. Now Osterberg steps off the mound. Time has been called. McDonald steps back in, awaits his first pitch. Osterberg leans in. On catcher, Matt Oldham has the sign and sets letter high. Lefty deals the first pitch to McDonald. Breaking ball that falls right over the outside corner for a strike. That ball broke from well off the plate to just on the outside corner. Strike 1 to McDonald. McDonald 0 for 1, batting .253 this season. Was 0 for 1 with a pinch hit yesterday. Pinch hit out. 3 for 10 on this road trip. 0-1 to McDonald. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit to third. That's over the glove of Fullerton for a base hit. Butler has to hold at third base as he didn't get a great jump, and how can you? That ball was right at the glove, just about a Fullerton, but a step to the left, and it gets into left field for a base hit. So 3 straight singles open the third for Rockford, and that lowers the bases now for Matt Higgins. Ducks on the pond, and the left-hander Matt Higgins, who leads the Rockford team in base hits and tied for most RBIs as well. 0 for 1 today, popped out to shortstop on an 8-pitch at-bat where he ran the count full. 286 batter with 18 RBIs and a home run, 46 base hits, again leads the Rockford team, also has 10 doubles. Lefty on lefty, bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the third. First pitch. Breaking ball is lined to right field, down the line, over comes Matt. He can't get there. It's down for a base hit. 1 hops the wall. That one scores Butler. Around second base and scoring Morrell. McDonald being waved home. Throw is not even made to home plate off the relay. Higgins stands at second base with a 3 RBI double to clear the bases, and Rockford takes a 3-1 lead. 3 runs come home. Butler, Morrell, then McDonald. Higgins clears the Ducks and reaches second base with a 3 RBI double. And Rockford, for the first time in this series, has the lead 3-1 here in the third inning. It's a Rockford team that could not get timely hits across yesterday, stranded 13 on base, left the bases loaded in 2 consecutive innings late. And all of a sudden, they're hitting in timely fashion now. Higgins on second base now for Jake Vanderwall. 3-1 Rockford, top of the third. And Vanderwall is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the pitcher back in the first inning. Here's the first pitch from Osterberg. Fastball's on the outside corner at 86 for a strike. So 4 straight hits to open the third inning. Singles from Butler, Morrell, and McDonald load the bases. Higgins clears them all with a 3-run double. 21 runs batted in now for Matt Higgins, leads the Rockford team. His 11th double of the season, also leads Rockford. 0-1 to Vanderwall, lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. Fastball is tapped foul, first base line, 0-2. Rockford 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. All 4 hits coming in this third inning. Rafters 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. Osterberg looks to settle down here after a phenomenal first 2 innings. Faced just 4 batters in each of those first 2. Has faced 4 batters so far here, and they've all made hits. 0-2 on Jake Vanderwall with nobody out. Higgins on second base. Here's the pitch. Slider is off the plate for ball 1, 1-2. Andrew Wilhite would be next for Rockford. In fact, he will be, with nobody out and Higgins on second base. One ball, 1 strike to Vanderwall. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center field. That sends Jalen Guy into his left. He makes the catch. Higgins tags for third base. Throw comes to shortstop, and Higgins retreats back with a nice throw to Roman Trujillo from Jalen Guy in center. And Vanderwall retired for the first out. A fly to center field that didn't make Jalen Guy move a whole lot. And that brings up Andrew Wilhite. Wilhite this season, who has not been a phenomenal road hitter, just 4 for 47 away from home, an .085 average, but has 2 hits on this road trip, was 1 for 4 with an RBI single yesterday, the only Rockford RBI in yesterday's 4-1 loss. They lead 3-1 here, top of the third. 3 runs across on 4 hits in this third inning, and there's 1 out for Wilhite, lefty on lefty. Osterberg with the first pitch. Slider is on the outside corner of a strike, 0-1. Wilhite struck out to end yesterday's game looking. A pitch by the closer Braden Bonner for Wisconsin Rapids that appeared to be high and outside. Josh Keim argued the call immediately on a looking third strike, but what can you do? The game's over. That was home plate umpire Justin Clark in that game. He's now at third base. No balls and 1 strike with 1 away to Andrew Wilhite. From the stretch, Osterberg the pitch. Fastball is low and outside, just about touched the dirt, 1-1. Rockford just 8-14 away from home. 5th worst road record in the Northwoods League. They're 2-7 to begin the second half overall, last in the Great Lakes East. Wisconsin Rapids tied for first with Green Bay at 6-3 to begin the second half. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wilhite. And the pitch. Breaking ball inside, nearly hit him as Wilhite turned to his left to show his back to the baseball. 2 balls and a strike. Wilhite, the freshman from Minnesota, Stillman Valley, Illinois native, about 25 miles south of Rockford. One of many local guys on this Rockford team, many Illinois guys. 3 from the University of Illinois. 2 in the lineup today, McDonald and Comia. 2-1 to Wilhite. Here's the pitch from Osterberg. Fastball is popped up. Shallow left center field. That sends Jalen Guy to his right, and he makes the catch. Higgins does not tag. And the ball goes to third base on the throw just in case from Guy. Wilhite retired. Back-to-back flies to center field. Brings up Brendan Comia. With 2 away in the third inning, Higgins on second base after a 3-run bases-clearing double. Rockford goes up 3-1 now. Comia grounded down to third base, his first time up back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Freshman from Illinois, the middle infielder, batting .225 so far this season. Has 13 RBIs and a home run that came in Madison. Up with 2 out in the third. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is popped up, staying on the infield, right side. Second baseman Williams makes the call, makes the catch with 2 hands. That retires the side. So Osterberg allows 3 runs on 4 hits in the third inning, and Rockford strands just 1, no errors, and after 2.5, our score, Rockford 3, Wisconsin Rapids 1. Rockford 3, Wisconsin Rapids 1. Rivets get 3 on 4 hits in the top of the third. A Matt Higgins bases clearing, 3 RBI double to score Butler, Morrell, and McDonald. So in the bottom half of the third, Rafters find themselves trailing for the first time in this series. A team that's won 12 of their last 13 home games. The best stretch in the division. 16-6 at home, but they trail 3-1 right now. Roman Trujillo leads off against Jared Olson. First pitch to the right-hander. Here's a fastball that is high above the letters for ball 1. Trujillo wearing number 20 in white. The junior from New Mexico State, New Mexico native, batting .220. 1-0 pitch, swinging a pop-up to second base off the end of the bat. 2 men call for it. McDonald on first base makes the catch well to his right in the second baseman's position as he called off Morrell. And McDonald gets the put-out recorded in his name, a P3. Brings up Jalen Guy in the top of the order. So 1 run on 1 hit through the first time in the order for Wisconsin Rapids. They now trail 3-1. Guy lined out to Brennan Comia, a soft liner back in the first inning to lead off the ball game for them. First pitch. And a breaking ball that nicks the outside corner. Strike 1 to Jalen Guy, the freshman from Liberty out of Greensboro, North Carolina. 229 batter. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guy is batting significantly better in July than June. Batted just 182 in the month of June, but now 307 in July so far. 1-1 pitch from Olson. Wave and a miss at a ball low and away in the dirt. 1-2 the count to Guy. The everyday starter for the Liberty Flames. He led the team in stolen bags with 11. Batted .261 with 14 RBIs. Named to the Atlantic Sun All-Freshman team. 1-2 to Guy. The wind of the pitch by Olson. Up high with the fastball, 2-2. And Guy lays off that. Richie Schiekhofer waiting on deck. He got the scoring started with a hit by pitch back in the first inning and came around to score the only Rafter run. 2-2 to Guy. That's high for the breaking ball from Olson, 3-2. We'll check the out-of-town scores in just a moment. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jalen Guy with 1 away. Bottom third, Rockford leads 3-1 in Wisconsin Rapids. Here's the payoff pitch to Guy. Swinging a foul back towards us and just lands in front of us. About a couple of feet below where I was standing. So I almost lost my head. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jalen Guy. Righty on lefty. Lefty Olson deals the 3-2. It is inside with a fastball for ball 4. That's a walk to Jalen Guy. And he walks on 7 pitches to put a man on base for Richie Schiekhofer, the best hitter on this Rafter team. Elsewhere in the Great Lakes West, Green Bay leads Lakeshore 3-2. Battle Creek over Kokomo in the Great Lakes East 2-1 in the 6th inning. Traverse City trails Wisconsin 1-0 top of the 8th in Traverse City. And Kalamazoo leads Kenosha 5-2 in the 8th inning in Kazoo. Pitt Spitters have lost 2 in a row, in danger of making it 3 after winning a record 18 straight games, a league record. First pitch to Schiekhofer is a breaking ball low in the dirt. Schiekhofer was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first inning. .357 batter, the sophomore from Rutgers. Millburn, New Jersey native is Schiekhofer. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And a fastball is low for ball 2, 2-0. So Jalen Guy was 8 stolen bags on 10 attempts, among the leaders on this Rafter team. And the leader at his collegiate level in Liberty. Leads off first base. Has not gone so far. It's 2-0 on Schiekhofer, the left-hander, against the lefty Olson. 3-1 Rockford, bottom 3. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And a breaking ball that is inside and a bit high for ball 3. On deck, Peter Matt. A 3-0 count to Richie Schiekhofer. Snapped the 4-game hitting streak yesterday, but an 0-for-4 day with a strikeout. Did not reach base. Has already done so today. 3-0 pitch. Fastball is well outside for ball 4. So after not reaching base at all yesterday, Schiekhofer's on base with a hit by pitch and a walk today. And the runners go to first and second with 1 out for Peter Matt. And Matt, who had the best performance of any Rafter yesterday, 3 hits with an RBI, was 3 for 4, and has walked to begin his outing today. Will come up with 2 on and 1 out. Matt, the right fielder from the University of Pennsylvania. Larchmont, New York native. 3 for 4 on this series. 0 for 0 today with a walk. First and second, one out. First pitch to the right-hander, Peter Matt, is on the way from Olson. And a fastball is low and inside, ball one, and Olson can't find the strike zone. He's walked Jalen Guy and walked Richie Sheekhofer in succession. They're on base at first and second. 1-0 on Peter Matt. Olson nearly even in balls and strikes. 23 strikes, 21 balls, 44 total pitches for him. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Matt. And a breaking ball. That one finds right down the middle for strike one. 73 as he drops it in there. And the count evens up on Peter Matt. Cleanup man to follow, Osvaldo Tovalin. Tying run at first base, 3-1. Rafters trail by 2, bottom of the third inning. First and second for them. And a 1-1 count to Peter Matt with one out. Here's Olson's pitch. And a breaking ball drops over the inside edge for a strike, 1-2. And Olson gets ahead on Matt now after walking back-to-back batters. And a big outs to get with one away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Peter Matt. Guy at second, Sheekhofer at first with one out. Olson leans in from the third base side. Has the sign from Jouer and sets just above the belt. 1-2 on Matt. Here's the pitch. Up high for ball 2 on a breaking pitch. Guy faked the steal off second base but came back. And Jouer was up standing to throw that ball back to his pitcher, Jared Olson. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Olson with the sign from Jouer. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Matt. Just misses inside with a breaking pitch, 3-2. Olson going primarily off speed in this at-bat. And he's worked the count full on Peter Matt. So it's either the bases loaded or 2 on and 2 out with Osvaldo Tovalin waiting on deck. 1 away. 3-1 Rockford over Wisconsin Rapids, bottom of the third inning here in northern Wisconsin. 3-2 to Matt. Here's the pitch. Runners take off, swinging a foul ball first base side. Will it stay in play for McDonald? He has room and he reads and makes the catch. Throw back to first base is not in time as Sheekhofer got back. Both men were stealing. The ball was popped up just past the infield. A foul tip, or rather foul pop-up to the first baseman McDonald, who didn't read the ball very well initially as it came down. The wind may have blown it. It's blowing toward left field, and McDonald went back to his left field side, leaned back to make the catch, did successfully. So 2 on and 2 out now for Tovalin after a big put out to Peter Matt. Tovalin fly to center to Johnny Butler his first time up. He's 0 for 1. No sun on the infield today as it was yesterday at first pitch. It's all shade here at 7:58 Central Time. The game got going at 7:06 today. 82 degrees at game time. First pitch to Tovalin is down low with the dirt for ball 1. First baseman batting lefty Osvaldo Tovalin. Sophomore from Azusa Pacific. 1 home run, 14 RBIs this season. And batting .281. 50 pitches now on Jared Olson through 2 2/3. Has allowed just the 1 earned run back in the first inning. 1-0 to Tovalin. Here's the pitch. Fastball just barely off the outside corner. Jouer tried to frame the pitch, and David Mayberry didn't buy it. 2-0 with 2 out. Rockford looking to win game 2 of this set after falling in game 1 4-1 yesterday. The only set here at Witter Field this season. These two teams playing 1 2-game set at the other's park. Rafters split a series with Rockford back at Rivet Stadium to open the season on May 29th, a doubleheader. 2 balls, no strikes to Tovalin. Here's the pitch. Slider grounded down to first base, deep in the hole. McDonald says, "I'll take it myself," and he gets the put out himself. Steps on the bag and plenty of time to retire the side. A 3-U put out to Tovalin, and the Rafters go down on no runs, no hits, and 2 left in the third inning. Third of the way down here, our score is 3-1 Rockford. Top of the fourth inning, Rockford leads Wisconsin Rapids 3-1 here on the road at Witter Field. In the fourth inning, it'll be Matt Osterberg to face Nick Jouer to lead off, 7, 8, and 9 in the order, the bottom third. Jouer batting from the right side, a switch hitter. Catcher from TCU. Walked his first time. Here's the first pitch. Grounded down to shortstop. Trujillo has it deep in the dirt, throws on to first. Wide of the bag, the tag put on, not in time by Tovelin. Tovelin missed the tag as Jouer tried to get to first base in time, and did. The ball was thrown wide by Trujillo down the first base line toward home plate, about 5 feet off the line. The catch made by Tovelin, tried to spin around in one motion to tag, but could not make the play. Should go with an E6 on Roman Trujillo. And that brings Jouer to first base. And it is ruled a single for Nick Jouer. So, Jouer on first base. And Aaron Mann to bat now. That throw is not very good by the shortstop Trujillo, but Jouer gets the infield single officially. And here's Aaron Mann, fielder's choice back in the first. First pitch. Swings and fouls it away to the right. Ball in on the fist that time. Mann 0 for 1 today. The freshman from Drury University in Springfield, Missouri. Little Rock, Arkansas native. Batting .200 this season. Mann 17 for 85, so a clean .200, 12 RBIs, and no home runs. First game played on this 4-game road trip for Rockford. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mann. And a breaking ball, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes, a ball inside at 74 miles an hour from the hard-throwing lefty Matt Osterberg. Jouer at first, and nobody out. Top of the fourth inning, Rockford leads Wisconsin Rapids 3-1. Here on a Friday night at Witter Field, the stands are mostly occupied, as they were yesterday as well. No balls and 2 strikes to Aaron Mann, the Rockford designated hitter, and now he steps off, and time has been called. Osterberg couldn't get the sign, couldn't agree on something with Matt Oldham. Now Osterberg steps on the rubber once again from the third base side. Jouer at first, and nobody out. Jouer 4 for 4 on stolen bags this season. 0-2 to Aaron Mann. Here's the pitch. Slider, swing and a miss for strike 3. Swung over one that time as it broke over the plate, and Mann goes down on strikes. His 30th strikeout of the season, and the second strikeout of the game for Matt Osterberg. And there's one away in the fourth inning. Brings up Johnny Butler. Butler, a left-handed batter versus the lefty Matt Osterberg. 2 strikeouts for Osterberg in this game. His high for strikeouts in a game is 6. That was his first start against Rockford back on May 29th. Game 1 of that doubleheader to open the season. First pitch to Johnny Butler now is not going to be made just yet, as time is called, and Osterberg steps off the mound. 26 on 26. Osterberg in the home whites and Rockford in the road dark grays. Jouer off first and 1 out, being held on by Tovelin. Here's the first pitch to Johnny Butler now. Fastball is at the knees for a strike. No balls and a strike from Matt Osterberg. Wisconsin Rapids at 29-16 overall. 1 game back of the Northwoods League lead overall this season. No balls and a strike to Butler. Here's the pitch. And a slider is blocked to the plate. Runner took off Jouer. There's no throw as the ball was in the dirt. So Jouer steals second base. His 5th stolen back this season and Rockford's first today. And he's on second base now for Johnny Butler. Rockford's gotten more aggressive on the base paths on this road trip. Playing with house money, I guess, against Madison. Ended up stealing a game. Or, well, winning one in the 9th inning. You could say they stole. More aggressive on the base pass. They've been in these 4 games. And Nick Jouer's got the stolen base. He's on second now. 1-1 count to Johnny Butler with 1 out. Lefty on lefty. Osterberg fires away. Slider is fouled away off the end of the bat over the left field bleachers. Out of play, 1-2. Easton Morrell would be next, top of the Rockford order. It's Wisconsin Rapids team, the best overall team to not be in a playoff spot. Of course, playing with Madison in their division. Lost the division in the first half by 2 games. So Madison took the first half playoff bid, but they can still win it here in the second half and make the playoffs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Butler. Long look by Osterberg, now the pitch. Slider is off the plate, in the dirt, blocked again. Rolls up the third baseline, 2-2, as Jouer does not take off. Overall, Traverse City and Madison both at 30 and 15 this season. First overall, Wisconsin Rapids second at 29 and 16 overall. 7 and 3 over their last 10. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Johnny Butler. Osterberg leans in and has the sign for this lefty-on-lefty battle. And a 2-2 pitch is on the way. Fastball was in the dirt again for ball 3. Osterberg firing them low in the dirt. Oldham's blocked them all, but now a full count on Johnny Butler. Jouer off second base off the steal. And 1 out in the top of the 4th. Rockford looks to extend a 3-1 lead. They've gotten 3 runs on 5 hits in this ball game. 3-2 to Butler. Osterberg a letter high set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball and a slider that time. Back to the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Butler adjusts his helmet, adjusts the bill, and is back and ready to go. Osterberg leans in, waits for the sign from Oldham, and now has it. Lefty ready for the 3-2. Here it comes to Butler. Swinging a chopper hard to second base. A high chop for Williams. Tough throw to first, and he does not get Butler. He's safe. Williams was waiting on the hop. It was a high hop on a hard chopping ground ball deep in the hole at second base. And Butler beats out the throw to first. So Jouer goes to third base, and Butler home at first with his second base hit of the ball game now. Brings up Easton Morrell and a conversation on the mound first. And that's going to be all for Matt Osterberg. The ball taken from him after just 3 1/3 innings. And 3 earned runs and 2 his responsibility on base. They're on the corners for Easton Morrell and a new pitcher to come in for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. We'll see who it is in just a moment. Rafters bring in Izzy Fuentes, number 55, the junior from Faulkner. 6'3" right-handed reliever wearing number 55 in white. So in the top of the 4th, it's 3-1 Rockford, a pitching change for the Rafters. Top of the fourth inning, Rockford threatening with runners on the corners. Infield hits by Juer and Butler have pulled Matt Osterberg from the game, the starter, after 3 1/3. Izzy Fuentes, the new relief pitcher for Wisconsin Rapids. 6'3" right-hander from Chino Hills, California. Junior year out of Faulkner University in Birmingham, Alabama. ERA of 3.66, record of 1-2 this season. 9th relief appearance, has no starts. The righty will face the lefty Easton Morrell. Top of the order here in the fourth inning. Morrell is 1 for 2, singled and scored a run back in the third. Was brought home by the Higgins 3 RBI double back in the third. 3-1 Rockford here with runners on the corners and 1 out. Fuentes, the right-hander, first base side, sets letter high against the lefty Morrell. First pitch. And a breaking ball is outside for a strike. 0-1. Fuentes last pitched on July 9th, just 3 days ago, on Tuesday against Fond du Lac, and pitched 2 innings of perfect baseball. No balls and a strike to Morrell. Here's the pitch from Fuentes. And a fastball is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 85. Izzy, nickname for Israel Fuentes. Transferred to Faulkner from Riverside Community College. So going to Birmingham, Alabama from California for collegiate baseball. Had a 4.50 record with Faulkner and a 1-1 record, 4.50 ERA. 1-1 to Morrell, throwback to first base. Nothing doing on Butler, he's up sliding head first. Juer on third base, Butler at first. Top of the order with Easton Morrell at the plate. And a 1-1 count with 1 away. Top of the fourth, 3-1, Rafters trail. Rivets with the lead, looking for some more. Fuentes steps off the mound. And Morrell set to go. Fuentes leans in from the first base side. The 6'3" right-hander looks for the sign. And now has it. 1-1 to Easton Morrell. Throw back to first base, and back in time, Johnny Butler. Butler didn't really react early enough. He may have had a chance to be picked off, but nothing doing on that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of pickoff attempts, and Morrell waits for his 1-1 pitch. Fuentes has the set. The righty's 1-1, throwback again, and Butler is in sliding head first, so 3 pickoff moves. As we've seen this season, the more pickoff moves you do against Rockford, the more chance you'll have of getting it. We've seen 3 or 4 before you finally get it right. Looking to do it here, Fuentes. 1-1 to Morrell, both runners take leads. Here's the pitch to the plate. Fastball line to first base and foul near the bullpen on the right field side. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. Cam McDonald waits on deck. Fuentes rubs up the baseball for a 1-2 count on Easton Morrell. Letter high set by the right-hander Fuentes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is high to Morrell. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking around the league once again. Battle Creek leads Kokomo 4-1, top of the 7th. And Traverse City is in the bottom half of the 9th inning, trailing 1-0 to the Wisconsin Woodchucks. 2-2 on Morrell. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Ball's inside for ball 3. Throw down to second base, and the tag put on in time to Trujillo. Butler is caught stealing second base. Excellent pickoff play by the catcher, Matt Oldham. The feet first slide by Butler was late. That's a big second out of the inning now because it eliminates the sac fly opportunity. And a 3-2 count on Easton Morrell with 2 away, just Juer on third base. Another questionable steal with runners on the corners and 1 out for Josh Keim on this road trip. Did so against Madison. Perhaps they saw it was a count that would have been a breaking ball. 3-2 now to Morrell. Here's the pitch from Fuentes. Fastball is just off the outside corner for ball 4. So the stolen base, caught stealing rather, looms large as Morrell walks on a full count. And that brings up Cam McDonald now with first and second and 2 out. But would have been runners on the corners and 1 away potentially. McDonald's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Reached on an E5 his first time up, so he's been on base twice. Cam, a .263 batter, 1 for 2 on today's game. On this road trip, he is 4 for 12. Up with 2 out, and they're on the corners. 3-1 Rockford, top of the 4th. First pitch to Fuentes, swinging a liner to second base, over the second baseman's head for a base hit to right center field. Cut off by Matt. That one scores Nick Jouer. First to third on the play goes Morrell. Cam McDonald with an RBI single to right center field to bring home Nick Jouer from third base, and Rockford's lead is now 4-1. Great piece of hitting by Cam McDonald. Sends one the other way, the right-handed batter, over the second baseman Williams' head to right center field. McDonald picks up RBI number 16 on the season in just 23 games. And they're on the corners once again for Matt Higgins. 4-1 Rockford, top of the 4th now. Left-hander Higgins against the righty. Fuentes' first pitch is a breaking ball that falls over the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. So now Morrell at third and McDonald at first base. Rockford with 4 runs in the last 2 innings. They've got the last 4 of the game. They lead 4-1 in the top of the 4th. 4 runs on 7 hits in this inning. 1 run on 3 hits. 2 on base now on the corners for Higgins. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a breaking ball is over the outside corner again for strike 2. 0-2. Well, Higgins had the 3 RBI double back in the 3rd inning. He's got 2 on base here, but behind in the count 0-2 with 2 out against Izzy Fuentes. Jake Vanderwall would be next. Morrell at third, McDonald over at first off the RBI single. Both runners have not taken leads yet, as Fuentes leans in for the sign. On 0-2, both runners now take leads. Fuentes sets letter high now. 0-2 on Higgins. Throw back to first base, and McDonald scampers back. He's been picked off once this season. Gets back head first. Count still 0-2. From the first base side, Izzy Fuentes. All 4 runs charged to Matt Osterberg. 0-2 to Higgins. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swing and a foul tip held by Oldham for strike 3. And that ends the inning. 1 run on 3 hits with 2 left, no errors. And after 3.5, our score is Rockford 4, Wisconsin Rapids 1. Bottom half of the 4th inning now in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin at Witter Field on this Friday night. Rockford leads 4-1 over the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters. Rivets with a run in the 4th inning, an RBI single by Cam McDonald scoring Nick Jouer from third base. Jared Olson to face Davion Downey, lefty on lefty, and here's Olson's first pitch. Squares to bunt, does not put the drag bunt down. He went around though, strike 1 on Downey. Downey, a very speedy guy, has 10 stolen bases, second on this Rafter team. Left-handed batter, the sophomore from Baylor. Bowling Green, Kentucky native, 6'1", 210 from the left side. 0-1 to Downey. Here's the pitch from Olson.
Swing and a miss at a slider to the outside corner. 0-2. Olsen so far in the game has gone 3 innings plus, 1 earned run on 1 hit. Came back in the first inning, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. 0-2 on Davion Downey. The line of the pitch by Olsen. Breaking ball is at the letters for ball 1, a changeup, 1-2. Downey singled in the Richie Schieckhofer run back in the first. He's the RBI single that Jared Olsen gave up, the only single he's allowed, only hit. Here's the 1-2 pitch. The wind and the offering. Fastball is fly to left field near the foul line. Matt Higgins gives it a look, and he has room, and he makes the catch on the run. In foul ground, Higgins pulled the ball. An excellent play by Higgins. His glove up the entire time just about, and he makes the catch just wide of the foul line in left field. Got a good jump on it, and Downey's retired for the first out of the 4th inning. That sends Adarian Williams to the plate now. Adarian flied to right back in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. The freshman from UNLV. Right-hander batter. Batting .241. Here's the first pitch from Olsen. And a slider is low for the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Williams, a collegiate baseball freshman All-America team honoree with UNLV. 1-0 pitch and a fastball nicks the inner edge. 1-1. Batted .342 in 57 games with UNLV with a home run and 36 RBIs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams. Here's the pitch. And a slow ball is low for ball 2. 2-1. Harry Fullerton waits on deck. 5, 6, and 7 up in the order. Bottom of the 4th here for Wisconsin Rapids. No hit since the first inning. No runs either. 2-1 pitch. And a fastball is low and inside for ball 3. 3-1. This bottom 4 in the order, Williams, Fullerton, then Oldham and Trujillo, have combined to go 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts today. Williams fly to right first time. 3-1 from Olsen. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Shallow right. Vanderwall comes on, strolls and makes the catch in. And there's the 2nd out. So back-to-back flies to right for Williams to Jake Vanderwall. There's 2 away now for Harry Fullerton. Fullerton struck out back in the first inning. Sophomore from New Mexico, native of Sydney, Australia. Batting .204 this season. Just 2 for 17 over his last 6 games. In that stretch, batting .118. First pitch, and a fastball is on the inside corner for strike. Fullerton 1 for 3 with a walk yesterday. So just 2 hits over his last 5 games, this being his 6th. 3 RBIs this season. Bases empty, 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-1 to Fullerton. And a changeup is inside for ball 1, evens the count. Wisconsin Rapids scored 1 in the bottom of the 1st off Jared Olsen. Rockford with 3 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th. They lead 4-1. 1-1 to Fullerton. Swing and a miss at a changeup again. May have been foul tipped into Jaware's glove. Nonetheless, 1-2 with 2 away. Matt Oldham waits on deck. The catcher for the Rafters. 1-2 on Harry Fullerton. The wind of the pitch by Olsen. Breaking ball is high for ball 2. We'll do it again. Olsen's pitch count now at 65. 34 strikes, 31 balls. That said, allowed just 1 hit and 1 run in 3 2/3. Here's a 2-2 to Harry Fullerton. The wind of the pitch by Olsen. Swinging a foul ball. Tapper toward the 3rd base dugout. Remains 2-2. Rapids 12-1 over the last 13 home games. 6-3 in the 2nd half. They won their first 4 games of the half. Part of an 8-game winning streak. Won yesterday 4-1. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fastball is fouled up the first base line. Rockford leading 4-1 today. Both games have featured runs scored in the first inning by Wisconsin Rapids. They've only been able to score in the first inning in this series. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fullerton. Olsen with the pitch. Breaking ball was well high. Jouer upstanding to catch it. 3-2. And a full count on Fullerton. Jared Olson's walked 3 in today's game. He's also hit 1. 3-2 now. Letter high set from the windup, third base side. Olson kicks and deals the 3-2. Fastball is at the plate for ball 4, well inside, and that walks Harry Fullerton. So Olson gives up a walk essentially by not hitting the strike zone. And that brings up Matt Oldham following an 8-pitch walk. 2 out and 1 on. Oldham, the catcher for Wisconsin Rapids, the sophomore from Elon batting lefty versus the lefty Jared Olson, with Fullerton on first base. Stolen 4 bags this season, but with 2 out, who knows? 2 out and 1 on. 4-1 Rockford, bottom half of the 4th. Rafters look to scratch into this lead. Oldham struck out back in the first inning. 0 for 1 today. First pitch is a breaking ball inside for ball 1. Oldham batting 189 this season, lowest average in this order for Wisconsin Rapids. And Oldham struck out back in the first. He is one of 2 Olson strikeouts today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Olson goes back to the heat. He's used breaking balls primarily in this inning, and for the recent innings, really, back in the third was the same as well. 1 ball and 1 strike to Oldham. Third base side, the set by Olson, lefty on lefty, 1-1. The fastball is below the knees for ball 2. I'd imagine if he allows Oldham on base, Adam Cory, the Rockford pitching coach, would have a conversation with Juer and Olson on the mound, and perhaps shortstop Brendan Comia. 2 balls, 1 strike to Oldham. Fullerton on first and 2 out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball's up and inside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Oldham. Roman Trujillo waits on deck in the 9 spot. Oldham, the man behind the plate for Wisconsin Rapids and for Elon this season. 3-1 the count to Oldham. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Throw down to first. They got him in a pickle. McDonald to second base. Comey attacks, and he is out. Excellent play by Jared Olson. The runner was going on the pitch, but the pitch was never thrown, and the put out is McDonald to Comey. 3-6 on the caught stealing to Harry Fullerton, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, and 1 walk on the play. Nobody left, and after 4 innings, our score, Rivets 4, Raptors 1. 4 innings down in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. On to the top of the 5th we go. Rafters lead to the Rivets 4-1. Jake Vanderwall coming up to face Izzy Fuentes, the Rafter reliever, who entered the 4th inning and got the 2 outs he needed to get, but gave up an RBI single to Cam McDonald, a run that was charged to Matt Osterberg. So we'll have Osterberg's line in just a moment. Jouer scored that run. So Rockford leads 4-1. They've got 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Rafters, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error for them. Vanderwall leads off the top of the 5th, lefty against the righty Izzy Fuentes. First pitch. Fastball is popped up foul behind us. No balls and a strike. So Osterberg in 3 1/3 allowed 4 runs, all earned, in 6 hits, struck out 2 and walked 1 man. Fuentes so far in 2/3 of an inning allowed 1 hit. 0-1 on Vanderwall, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to the pitcher back in the 1st and a fly to center back in the 3rd. Vanderwall's average down to 269 this season. 18 RBIs, second on the Rockford team. And 2 home runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. And a breaking ball is outside for ball 1 to Jake. Rivets looking to win the last game in this 4-game road stretch in Wisconsin. It would come out 2-2 if they do. 1-1 pitch to Vanderwall. Swinging a foul ball first base side, 1-2. They're playing perhaps the 2 best teams not named Traverse City in the league. Madison, who has the best record, tied with Traverse City, and Wisconsin Rapids, who has the 3rd best record, just 1 game back of Madison. Rockford won 1 game in Madison, looking to win 1 here in Wisconsin Rapids. So their toughest road stretch of the season. They've won 1 game, looking to make it 2 out of 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Vanderwall. Here's Fuentes' pitch. Swinging a ground ball first base side. Hard grounder is foul as it passed the bag, and Tovalin was beyond the line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yesterday was an attainable win for Rockford. A 4-1 loss, but they kept it close. Left 13 on base, so 1 or 2 timely hits later, if they'd gotten them, and Rockford would have been either tied or in the lead going into the 9th inning potentially. Left the bases loaded in the 7th and 8th. 1-2 on Vanderwall. Wind the pitch by Fuentes. Up and away with a fastball. 2-2. So an attainable win, really, for Rockford in game 1. And really, the loss in Madison was also one that they could have won easily as well, or at least kept it closer than it was. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Vanderwall. Here's Fuentes' pitch. Breaking ball high, 3-2. So a 5-2 loss in Madison back on Wednesday in game number 2. And Rockford really, it was Sultan Saliba who balked twice in an inning and let a run home after starter Zach Jones walked in 2 runs with the bases loaded in succession. 3-2 the pitch to Vanderwall. Fastball's fouled away, left side off the top of the screen. 3-2. So Rockford really had a couple of things not go their way in both their losses this road trip. 1 in Madison, 1 here at Rapids yesterday. They lead 4-1 here off some timely hitting, a Higgins 3 RBI double and a McDonald RBI single in consecutive innings. 3-2 on Vanderwall. Here's the pitch. Fastball's fouled away to the left side again. That's 8 pitches on this at-bat from Fuentes to Vanderwall. With Andrew Wilhite waiting on deck. Vanderwall, Wilhite, and Brendan Comia. Middle third of the order, 4, 5, and 6. 4-1 Rockford top of the 5th. Bases are empty for the leadoff man, Jake Vanderwall. Redshirt junior from Long Beach State. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fuentes winds and deals another payoff to Vanderwall. Fastball is in there, strike 3 call. He knew it right away, did Vanderwall. Mutters something to himself as he exits the batter's box. A pitch that was right down Main Street to retire Vanderwall on a fastball. Second strikeout of the game for Izzy Fuentes, the first Rockford player to go down looking today. There's 1 away in the 5th now for Andrew Wilhite. Wilhite 0 for 2 today with a ground out to first and a fly to center field last time. First pitch from Izzy Fuentes. And a curveball is inside. Ball 1. Fuentes the righty, Wilhite a left-hander. Wilhite's average on the road now is 4 for 49, 082. Got a hit yesterday and a hit in Madison as well. 1-0 pitch and a fastball is in the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wilhite, freshman from Minnesota. A top 40 player overall out of the state of Illinois from Pratt Baseball Report, coming out of Stillman Valley High School. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wilhite. Here's the pitch. Fastball is below the knees for ball 2. 2-1 the count from Izzy Fuentes. Brendan Comilla waits on deck. Nobody on, 1 out. Infield plays straight up, as does the outfield against a left-hander, Andrew Wilhite. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Fuentes. On the way. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball in the dirt for strike 2. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew. Fuentes leans back and now looks in for the sign and has it. 2-2 to Wilhite. Here's the pitch. Fastball is in the dirt, blocked to the plate by Oldham. Doesn't really matter. Count 3-2 with nobody on base. Full count on Wilhite. Fuentes struck out Vanderwall to open the inning looking. He's struck out 2 straight men. 3-2 on Wilhite. A payoff coming on the way. Swinging a pop-up. Behind home plate, there's no play. It's out of play. Ends up going behind the press box. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a long at bat. Once again, Vanderwall retired looking. Same thing here for Wilhite now with 3-2. Wilhite steps in. From the belt, the set by Izzy Fuentes. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball is low for ball 4, and Wilhite draws a walk. Wilhite, as he does very often, draws walks. His 17th this season. His first time on base today. And the second walk given up by Izzy Fuentes. Here's Brendan Comilla now, batting for the right side against the right-hander Matt Osterberg. Excuse me, Izzy Fuentes. Osterberg got the start today in line for the loss. Comilla has 0 for 2 today. Batting average of .222. 1 home run, 13 RBIs for him. Here's the first pitch. And a breaking ball was at the plate and blocked by Oldham for ball 1. So Comilla in Madison, in the first inning of game 1, stepped up to the plate with the bases loaded and launched an opposite field grand slam to right center field. That just cleared the video board in Madison at the Duck Pond. 1 ball, no strikes to Comilla now. Here's the pitch. Fastball is hit to right center field. Over comes Guy back near the gap. Can he get there? No. It one hops off the top of the wall. Around third, Wilhite being waved around all the way home. He comes in to score. Comilla standing at second base with an RBI double as Wilhite comes in to score to make it 5-1. So Brendan Comilla comes through once again on this road trip. His 6th RBI on this road stand. An RBI double to bring home Andrew Wilhite from first base. And Rockford takes a 5-1 lead. They've scored 5 unanswered in this ball game after allowing the first run of the opening inning. RBI number 14 for Comilla, and again, just his 6th on this road trip. He's hitting 5 games in a row now. Brings up Nick Jouer with Rockford up 5-1. Jouer singled and scored a run back in the 4th. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Here's the first pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit to left field, easily played by Schieckhofer, runs in, makes the catch. There's 2 men away and no advance from Comilla off second base. That's power from Comilla, one hopping off the top of the wall in deep right center field that he just found recently, really. I mean, Comilla hasn't really hit the ball incredibly hard until this past week or so. You wonder why. He's got 6 RBIs on a grand slam on this road trip. He's hitting the ball with plenty of power now. You saw it right there with a long RBI double to make it 5-1. Rockford, top of the 5th. 2 on and Comilla on second base for Aaron Mann, who's 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a strikeout today. Here's the first pitch. Fastball and a check swing. Did he go around? First base umpire Trevor Patience says no. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Aaron Mann. Mann, the designated hitter from Drury University, Little Rock, Arkansas native. Struck out last inning for his first strikeout in 4 games. Prone to striking out earlier in the season, not so later on now. But he struck out last time. Here's a 1-0 pitch. And a fastball is low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Johnny Butler waits on deck. Comilla off second base and 2 out. Rockford leads at 5-1. They've got runs in their last 3 innings of play. Righty against righty. Fuentes set at the letters from the first base side. 2-0 on Comia. Here's the pitch. And a fastball is nicked on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Rockford 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, now 1 here in the fifth. Comia at second base, and a 2-1 count with 2 away to Aaron Mann. Fuentes set. 2-1 the count on Mann. Here's the pitch. Fastball line down the third base line and well foul toward the corner. 1 hops off the bullpen screen in left field, and a relief pitcher comes to retrieve it in the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mann. For Rockford, they've got 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. For Wisconsin Rapids, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error in today's game. This Rapids team that has the second best ERA in the Northwoods League at 3.20 entering the series has been touched up for 5 runs so far today, all earned. 2-2 on Mann. Here's the pitch. Inside with a fastball, nearly hit him. Mann gets out of the way. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. With Butler again on deck, and Johnny Butler is 2 for 2 today after a 2 for 4 game yesterday. He's got 5 hits on this road trip. He's batting 5 for 10. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Aaron Mann. Fuentes comes set at the letters. Looks back at second, now a 3-2 pitch. Fastball is fouled away, rolled up toward the pitcher's mound, and Mann fouled it off his foot. So he's a bit hurt on that. He walked out of the batter's box. And time called. Umpire gives Oldham a new baseball, and the catcher walks up a few feet to throw it to his pitcher, Rizzy Fuentes. 3-2 on Aaron Mann. 35 pitches now for Rizzy Fuentes. Allowed his first earned run of the game just a moment ago, a Brendan Comia RBI double. 3-2 on Mann. Comia at second base and 2 out. 5-1 Rockford, 1 run already home in this inning. Payoff to Mann is on the way. Fastball line again to the left field side and well foul into the concourse. Again, it'll be 3-2. Another payoff pitch to come for Izzy Fuentes in this inning. We've said it quite a lot. It'll be the 8th pitch to Aaron Mann. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. 5-1 Rockford, top of the 5th. Letter high set by Fuentes. 3-2 on Mann. The payoff coming up on the way. Breaking ball is in on the hands and fouled away. A check swing down the first base side. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Rockford with their best offensive showing consistently in quite some time. 11 runs against Madison, but that came 8 of them in the first inning, 3 in the 9th. They've got runs in 3 straight innings in this game. They're putting balls in play and not leaving many guys on base. 3-2 on Aaron Mann. Pitch number 9 coming up from Fuentes. Here comes the payoff. Fastball is popped up behind home plate. Oldham gives it a look and puts his glove up. And does he have a play? He does. Sliding to his right as he goes down, but still holds onto the baseball and retires Aaron Mann on a pop fly to the catcher. So 1 run, 1 hit for Rockford, and 1 man stranded in the 5th inning. No errors, and after 4.5, halfway gone, our score, Rockford leads Wisconsin Rapids 5-1. Bottom of the 5th inning, Wisconsin Rapids comes to bat. Rivets lead 5-1. They've scored a run in their last 3 innings. Rapids scored 1 on the first, and that's it. Jared Olson, who's been dealing so far for Rockford, facing Matt Oldham, 8-9-1 in the order. First pitch to Oldham. Is the fastball inside? Did it hit him? Oh, very close. It did not. Oldham just got out of the way for ball 1. A fastball from Olson. 73 pitches for Olson through 4 innings. He's allowed just 1 run and 1 hit. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit batsman. Faced just 16 batters through 4 innings. 1 ball and no strikes to Oldham. Here's Olson's pitch. Fastball swing and a miss by Oldham. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oldham 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. The catcher from Elon. Lefty on lefty here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right center field. Overcomes a Butler, but he moves back to center and makes the catch in deep center field. My mistake. And Butler has that one retired, read it all the way for the first out. Butler had a ball that was misplayed in the sun that scored 2 runs back in the 1st inning yesterday when Rapids scored their 4 runs in the 1st inning of play. Butler had a line drive hit to him in left field that he could have handled easily, but misplayed the baseball in the sun going his way. No problems there, just the lights. Here's Roman Trujillo, first pitch. And a fastball is just high. Trujillo popped to first base. He's 0 for 1. The shortstop for the Rafters. Here's a 1-0 pitch from Olson, working quickly. Breaking ball falls right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Trujillo, the junior from New Mexico State. 0 for 3 in this series. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball is lined to the right side and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. Nobody on base. Bottom half of the 5th. Rockford leads this thing 5-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Roman Trujillo. The wind by Olson and the pitch. Fastball is tapped to the left side and foul. Trujillo just gets a piece. And the count still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elsewhere around the league, Kalamazoo leads Kenosha 6-5 in the top half of the 7th inning. Got an update in Traverse City. 1-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball down the first baseline at foul ground. McDonald gives it a look. McDonald over his head, can't make the catch. Basket style. Couldn't track that ball in the lights, looking over his head. He was the only one to get there. The second baseman had the best angle, Easton Orell coming over, as did Jake Vanderwall. But McDonald had the only play, and he couldn't make the catch. It's a foul ball, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Traverse City wins the game 2-1. With 2 runs in the bottom half of the 9th inning, with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch, check swing at a ball that's high. Appeal down, no go, says Trevor Patience, 2-2. So Cam Smith scored on a single. Rather, Cam Smith with a single in the 9th inning to win the game. Scored 2 runs. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up to first base. Easier play for McDonald in foul ground. He makes the catch. And there's the second out. Back-to-back pop-ups in at-bats for Roman Trujillo. He's now 0 for 2. Brings up Jalen Guy. With Traverse City on the verge of losing their 3rd straight game, does what they do best, come out with wins where you wouldn't expect. A home win for Traverse City. They're now 20-6 at Pittsfitters Park after losing at home yesterday to the Woodchucks. 2 out now for Jalen Guy. First pitch from Olson. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 0-1. 86 on that fastball, among the hardest you'll see from Olson today. Battle Creek leads Kokomo 4-1, top of the 9th in Battle Creek. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back to the first base side, 0-2. Jalen Guy is 0 for 1 today with a walk back in the 3rd inning on 7 pitches. Guy wearing number 29, the freshman from Liberty out of Greensboro, North Carolina. 0-2 on Guy. The wind of the pitch by Olson. Fastball grounded to second base. It one-hops Morrell, makes a nice play, throws on to first, and gets the out by half a step. Great play by Morrell on a hard-hit ground ball that one-hopped Easton. Made the play on his backhand and threw out in plenty of time to retire Jalen Guy and end the inning. A 1-2-3 for Olson after 5 unofficial game. Our score 5-1 Rockford. Top of the 6th inning, Rockford leads 5-1 here in Wisconsin Rapids. Rivets over the Rafters. Izzy Fuentes back for another inning of work here in the 6th inning. On the mound for the Rapids, he's gone 1 2/3 and allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Facing the 9-1-2 guys, Butler, Morrell, and McDonald. Butler, a lefty, facing the righty Izzy Fuentes. Sophomore from NC State, who is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles and a run scored. Here's the first pitch of the 6th inning. And a slow ball is on the outside corner and misses for ball 1. Butler singled back in the 3rd and the 4th innings, scored back in the 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes to Butler. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. But Butler reached on an infield single back in the 4th inning. He grounded one to second base, and the second baseman Williams waited on a high chop, threw on to first but not in time. That was the last man Matt Osterberg would face. 1-1 pitch. Squares to bunt, puts it up the third baseline. That confused the third baseman Fullerton. There's no throw to first base. How about that bunt from one Johnny Butler? The third baseman Fullerton was not playing anywhere near the infield grass, was playing straight up beyond third base. And on 1-1, Butler puts a bunt down beautifully up the third base line. Didn't show bunt at all until the pitch was thrown. Infield single for Butler. He's now 3 for 3. Brings up Easton Morrell with a man on first base to begin the 6th inning. Beautiful bunt, among the best we've seen this entire season for Rockford. Morrell now, who's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Walked his last time up. Second baseman from Texas Tech. First pitch on the way from Izzy Fuentes. Swinging a ball hit to shortstop on a bleeder. It's caught by the shortstop on a soft liner. Trujillo reaches back into the outfield grass to make the catch, as it nearly snuck over his head by Morrell. Just couldn't do it. And that retires him for the first out. Brings up Cam McDonald. McDonald 2 for 3 rather, with an RBI, a run scored. 2 singles for Cam. Had an RBI single back in the 4th inning to score. Nick Jouer from second base, or the third base in that inning. Righty on righty with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Here's the first pitch. And a raking ball misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes to the count. Rockford 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Rapids with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Game 2 of 2 at Whitterfield. Game 4 of 4 in Wisconsin for Rockford. A team that has not done well in the state of Wisconsin this season. 1 ball, no strikes to Cam McDonald. With 1 away. Here's the pitch. Fastball is lined to right field, overcomes Matt to his left, and he makes the catch. And that retires McDonald. That ball was falling fast near the right field foul line, but Matt had enough room to make the catch without having to run full sprint. And McDonald goes down for the second out. Rockford is 1-4 in Kenosha, 1-1 in Madison, so they're 2-6 with yesterday's loss in the state of Wisconsin. Not a very good look for Rockford, but they don't have to play any more games after this except 1 more in Kenosha. Now they're 2-8 rather in Wisconsin. They're 0-2 in Green Bay. So Rockford is 2-8 in Wisconsin this season. First pitch to Higgins is not thrown. He throws back, does Fuentes to Butler on first base, who's up sliding. So Rockford has won 2 games in 10 tries in the state of Wisconsin this season. Looking to win their 3rd to end this 4-game road stretch here in Wisconsin Rapids. Higgins at the plate now with 2 out. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's inside, gets away from Oldham. On to second base, Johnny Butler with no throw. Ball that gets past Oldham as it was in the dirt from Fuentes, a wild pitch. 1 ball count now on Matt Higgins, who's on second base. With 2 out, top of the 6th, Rockford leads 5-1. They've been all over Wisconsin Rapids here in the final game of this 2-game set. 1 ball, no strikes on the way to Higgins. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right field, deep in right center field gap, but playable for Peter Matt and Jalen Guy. Guy makes the catch in right center field, and that retires the side. So Rockford goes down after just 1 base hit. A bunt single by Johnny Butler. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. No errors after 5.5. Our score, Rockford 5, Rafters 1. Home half of the 6th inning. Rafters trailing 5-1 coming to the plate. Rivets with Jared Olson, who has pitched perhaps his best baseball all season. This is 5th start of the season. 1 earned run on 1 hit that came back in the 1st inning. No hit since the first for Wisconsin Rapids. Also has walked 4 and struck out 2 has Olson. Faced just 19 in 5 innings. Facing Shekoffer, who's been on base twice against him, was hit by a pitch in the 1st and scored a run and walked back in the 3rd. First pitch from Olson. And a fastball is just off the inside corner, a bit low for ball 1. Shekoffer, the left fielder, batting lefty versus the lefty Jared Olson. 86 pitches through 5, so likely his final inning of work. 1-0 to pitch to Shekoffer. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, tailing foul and lands foul by about 15 or 20 feet. Left fielder Higgins goes over to retrieve it and play it in. And a 1-ball-1-strike count on Richie Shekoffer. Shekoffer hitless in this series. 0 for 4 with a strikeout yesterday. Hit by a pitch and walk today. So he's 0 for 0. Batting 357 to lead the Rafters team. 13 RBIs and a home run. Sophomore from Rutgers. 1-1 pitch. And a slider tails away for a strike just on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peter Matt and Osvaldo Tovoland follow 2, 3, and 4, the middle of the order for Wisconsin Rapids, the 3 most dangerous men to bat here in the 6th. 1-2 pitch to Shekoffer. Fastball is at the plate and blocked by Jouer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, you cannot resume an inning cannot resume your appearance for a new inning after you reach 100 pitches. Olson now at 90 with nobody out here in the 5th. 2-2 on Shekoffer. Here's Olson's pitch. Breaking ball is inside, ball 3 as he misses. And the count full. Shekoffer has already walked today with a 3-2 count. Here it comes from Olson, the payoff. Swinging a fly ball to left center field. Over comes Higgins toward the gap. Can he run it down or the warning track? He does. A deep fly ball to left center field on the warning track, the base of the warning track. Higgins makes the play. Ball caught over his left shoulder to retire Shekoffer for the first out on a very high fly ball. And you got to imagine, if the wind's not blowing in and towards the left, if it's carrying out, that ball could be gone. But Shekoffer's ball stays in the park. Wind not much of a factor today, but is blowing from center toward left field and slightly in on this slightly breezy day in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. 82 degrees at game time. First pitch to Peter Matt. It's a fastball down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Right now the weather is 77 here at 9:04 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Daylight Time rather. No balls and 1 strike to Peter Matt. Olson kicks and fires away. Swinging a ground ball between short and third. Nice hop by Wilhite, throws on to first and gets the out in time. That ball one-hop Wilhite in the 5-6 hole, got over and made the play on a hot ground ball and made it look easy. Peter Matt retired for the second out as Wilhite puts it away. No hit since the first inning again for Wisconsin Rapids. The only hit of the game was a single by Davion Downey to score a run. Osvaldo Tovoland now is 0 for 2 on the game. Fly to center and grounded out to first base. He's 0 for 2. The cleanup man for Rapids, batting .279 with 1 home run and 14 RBIs. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is low for ball 1. Jouer blocks it. 1 ball and no strikes. Rockford's got someone warming in their bullpen. I can't see who it is because our bullpen view is blocked by an inflatable bouncy house or something of that sort of slide, I believe, in right field. 1-0 pitch. And a slider outside for ball 2 on Tovoland. This game now at 2 hours flat. Began at 7:06, now at 9:05, so a few seconds away from that. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Our score is Rockford 5 and Wisconsin Rapids 1. Rapids won the first game of the set 4-1 yesterday. It's 5-1 Rockford here in game 2. 2-0 pitch to Tovoland. A fastball low again. Skips away to the right from Jouer. 3 balls, no strikes. Davion Downey on deck. He's got the only hit and the only RBI of today's game. From the third base side, Olson steps on the rubber and comes set. 3-0 on Osvaldo Tovoland. Here's Olson's pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner, a strike. 3-1, just gets the call. And Olsen stays alive on this at-bat. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch to Tovelin from Olsen. Fastball nicks the outside corner again. Same spot, same call, strike 2. That one caught maybe a half of the plate. And the count full. This next pitch will be 100 for Jared Olsen. A payoff to come to Osvaldo Tovelin. Nobody on with 2 out, 3-2 on the batter. Here in the 6th inning. Here's a payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul first base side on a slider. That's pitch number 100 for Olsen. And the count holds 3-2. Tovelin adjusts his batting gloves. Now picks up his bat and steps into the batter's box, the left-handed side. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch from Olsen. Low and away with a fastball. That's ball 4, and there's a walk to Tovelin with 2 out here in the 6th. 5th walk given up by Jared Olsen. And Tovelin walked for the first time today. Brings up Davion Downey with 1 on and 2 out. Downey a lefty versus the lefty Olsen, who's near the end of his line, looking to make this his last batter at 101 pitches. In 5 2/3 of 1 run, 1 hit baseball against a very good team in the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters, top 10 in batting average in the league. Second best ERA as well. First pitch to Downey, and a fastball is up and inside for ball 1. Adarian Williams would be next. I'd imagine if Jared Olsen allows a base hit here, he might get pulled right now in favor of whoever's warming up in the Rockford bullpen, who appears to be ready, not throwing anymore. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball's fouled back to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Downey's 1 for 2, had that RBI single back in the 1st. Flat out to left field and foul ground back in the 4th inning. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Downey. Sliders on the outside corner, called a strike just above the knees for strike 2. And 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count to Downey. Olsen gets ahead on a big batter with 2 away in the bottom half of the 6th. Tovelin on first base. Rockford leads 5-1. Olsen's gone 5 2/3. 1-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Another final. Battle Creek over Kokomo 4-1 at C.O. Brown Stadium. Rockford's next road trip is to C.O. Brown after the All-Star break. 2-2 the count to Downey. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball left side, ends up going out of play. Just misses the light fixture in left field and the bullpen as well. 2-2 still the count. Pitch count at 106 for Jared Olsen. The junior from Michigan State looking to win his 2nd game of the season. ERA of 3.93 has gone down today. Just 1 run and 1 base hit. 2-2 the count to Davion Downey. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball to the left side. Ends up going to the press box's left. 2-2 again. Downey not making Olsen's 6th inning easy. Walked Tovelin. And now in danger of not getting Downey out. It's 2-2 with 2 out. Deuces across the board. 5-1 Rockford. Bottom 6. From the belt, the stretch on the pitch on 2-2. That ball gets away from the catcher Jouer in the dirt. 3-2. On to second goes Tovelin. He's in scoring position now with a full count to Davion Downey now. Williams on deck, the second baseman. Lefty on lefty, and a 3-2 count to Downey after Tovelin just walked and advanced on a wild pitch. He's on second base. Rockford leads by 4 here in the 6th inning. Here's the payoff to Downey on the way. Swinging a ball hit to right center, down toward the gap. That's down for extra bases. Around third, Tovelin. He's being waved home. The ball hops off the wall and played in now by the center fielder, Johnny Butler. So Davion Downey, the only thing that's been in the way of Olsen, and no hits in the game. 2 hits and 2 RBIs in the game. An RBI double here as he's in standing at second base, scoring Tovelin to make it 5-2. So quite literally the only thing that has kept Olsen from a no-hit game right now is 2 hits and 2 RBIs from Davion Downey. That's all for Olsen as Josh Kine pulls the plug right now comes out to take the baseball at 109 pitches for Olson to 5 2/3, 2 earned runs allowed, and 2 base hits, both RBI hits by Davion Downey. How about that? New pitcher coming up for Rockford. We'll identify him after this. Our score 5-2 Rivets, bottom 6. Trevin Eubanks for the Rockford Rivets in the bottom half of the 6th inning relieves Jared Olson, who just allowed a RBI double to Davion Downey, who stands on second base. With 2 out, the batter is Adarian Williams, the right-handed batter versus the righty Trevin Eubanks. We'll have his numbers in just a moment. 0 for 2 on the day is Williams with 2 flyouts to right field. Here's the first pitch from Trevin Eubanks on the way. And a fastball grounded back up the middle. Shortstop Comia waits for it, plays on to first base, and gets the out in time. And Eubanks needs just 1 pitch to escape the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Rafters. After 6 innings, it's 5-2 Rivets. Top of the 7th inning here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, historic Witter Field. Rivets have a 5-2 lead after 6 innings of play. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Rapids 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Both base hits coming from Davion Downey, their DH, and both RBIs by him as well. Here's Jake Vanderwall to face Izzy Fuentes. And the first pitch on Vanderwall. Swing and a miss on a changeup for strike 1. So Fuentes, who was a long inning reliever for Wisconsin Rapids, has not started a game, but his high innings pitch this season is 4. He's gone 2 2/3, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, and struck out 2, and walked 2 as well. Keeping him out there is manager Craig Noto. 0-1 pitch to Vanderwall, swing and a miss at a breaking ball outside, 0-2. Vanderwall's 0 for 3 today, a ground out to the pitcher, a fly to center field, and struck out looking his last time up on a pitch right down the middle by Fuentes. Vanderwall, Wilhite, and Comia, 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Rockford leads 5-2, top of the 7th. 0-2, the pitch on the way. Slow breaking ball right down the middle for strike 3 call. Vanderwall rung up once again. 3rd strikeout for Fuentes. The last man he struck out was Vanderwall back in the 5th inning. So strikes him out again. And for Vanderwall, that's strikeout number 46 to lead the Rockford team. Brings up Andrew Wilhite. Wilhite's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored back in the 5th. Came home from first base on the Brennan Comia RBI double in the 5th inning. The most recent Rockford run that made it 5-1 where we are now. First pitch to Wilhite, the lefty. And a swing and a pop up on third base side. The catcher gives it a look and the ball is out of play, out of the overhang in the third base side and rolls off the bleachers. No balls and 1 strike on Wilhite. Stillman Valley, Illinois native, freshman from Minnesota. Wilhite batting on the season .232 and .082 on the road this season. Had an RBI single yesterday. Here's the 0-1 from Izzy Fuentes on the way. And a breaking ball is low. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. (1-1) on the way to Wilhite. Ground ball foul, first base, 1-2. Rockford comes in the 15th best batting average in the Northwoods League at .241. Into the series, that is. They had 7 hits yesterday, and they've got 9 hits so far today. We're just in the 7th inning. Left 13 on base yesterday, but so far today they've shredded just 7. They've left a man in every inning, has Rockford, but they put across 5 runs, so no harm, no foul. 1-2 to Wilhite, the pitch. And a breaking ball is, the changeup is low, below the knees to Wilhite. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Brendan Comia waits on deck. Comia now with 6 RBIs in this 4-game road stretch. He's played all 4 road games, says Wilhite. Josh Conn trying to get him more comfortable playing road games, I guess. 2-2 to Wilhite, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Trujillo waits on it, throws on to first base, and retires Wilhite by a step and a half. 2 away in the 7th inning. And the batter, Brendan Comia now. Comia, 1 for 3 on the day, the Rockford shortstop with an RBI double that one-hopped the right center field wall, deep in right center. Back in the 5th inning, his last time up, has also popped out and grounded out. Comia now with 14 RBIs this season, 6 on this road trip. Righty on righty with 2 away, top of the 7th, nobody on. First pitch. Fastball misses outside. Looking elsewhere around the league, Kalamazoo leads Kenosha 6-5 in the top of the 9th. 1-0 pitch on the way. And a breaking ball that Comia swings through and misses, up and in. 1-1. Interdivision game here. Rivets leading the Rafters 5-2 in the top half of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Comia, the pitch. And a fastball hits the outside corner that time from Fuentes. It's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Rafters have won 2 of the first 3 games in this series this season. 1-2 to Comia, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and in. Comia swings right through it. And there is strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Izzy Fuentes. He set down 6 in a row. After 6.5 at stretch time, our score, Rockford 5, Wisconsin Rapids 2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Rafters come to the plate with Harry Fullerton, Matt Oldham, and Roman Trujillo. It's 5-2 Rockford on the road here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Happy you're with us. Rockford Rivets baseball in northern Wisconsin. First pitch from Eubanks to Fullerton. The fastball nicks the inside corner for a strike. Eubanks came in the 6th inning after Jared Olson was pulled after 109 pitches. The first pitch he threw induced the ground out to shortstop by Berberian Williams. Here's Fullerton now. 0-1 count to him. First, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider outside, 1-2. Fullerton walked his last time, struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Third baseman from New Mexico, wearing number 7 in white. 0-2, the count on Fullerton to begin the 7th inning. Eubanks comes set at the letters. The righty fires the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Eubanks, a hard-throwing righty, reaches the upper 80s with his fastball. Senior from Valdosta State, graduated senior. His numbers in just a moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fullerton. Here's the pitch. Fastball is well high for ball 2. 2-2. Eubanks, a 4-0 record this season with an ERA of 4.50. Took the win in Madison back on Wednesday in Game 1. Was pitching the 8th and 9th innings when Rockford took the lead. 2-2 on Fullerton. Here's the pitch. Fastball is just below the knees for ball 3. Over the outside corner from Trevin Eubanks. 3 straight balls from him. Works the count full. Eubanks, the 6'1", 245-pound right-hander from Niceville, Florida. Senior from Valdosta State. 3-2 on Fullerton, the pitch. Fastball is chopped past the, not past the mound, taken by Eubanks. Spins and throws onto first on the line drive to get him. That ball was chopped to the pitcher's mound to the right. To Eubanks' right, that is. And Trevin off the mound to make the play. Retires Fullerton 1-3. First out of the 7th inning. Brings up Matt Oldham. Oldham, the catcher. 0 for 2 today. Struck out and flied out. Lefty versus the righty Trevin Eubanks, following the lefty Jared Olson going 5 2/3 of excellent baseball. 2 runs on 2 hits allowed. First pitch to the catcher, Oldham. Fastball inside, nearly nicked his foot, and it's to the backstop for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Oldham, the sophomore from Elon, hit in 4 of his last 5 games. Had an RBI sac fly yesterday, and a single, was 1 for 3. But 0 for 2 today. 1 ball, no strikes to Oldham, the pitch. Fastball misses outside for ball 2 from Trevin Eubanks. Two on Oldham, and the pitch. Fastball misses away again, just off the plate for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Third straight road appearance for Trevin Eubanks. His last home appearance came on July 1st against Kokomo. He allowed 2 earned runs in that appearance in 1/3 of an inning. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Oldham. And a fastball is up and away for ball 4. Eubanks can't believe he didn't get at least one of those strike calls. Just off the corner all 3 times. And Oldham walks on 4 pitches now to bring up Roman Trujillo. First walk issued for Trevin Eubanks. And the 6th walk issued for the Rafters today. Olson struck out 2 and walked 5 in the game. The one low part of his game, really, aside from not being able to get Davion Downey out. Here's Trujillo now, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-outs to first base. Oldham leads off second with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Fastball's foul away down the first base line. McDonald gives it a look and he has no play. 3-man chase, first base, second base, and right field. None of those 3 could come up with a baseball. And since none of them could, the count's 0-1 on Roman Trujillo. Shortstop Trujillo, 0 for 4 in this series. No balls and 1 strike to count. Eubanks on the first base side comes set. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swing and a miss at 89 miles an hour. 0-2. Trujillo could not find it. That was on the inner half as well. Jalen Guy would be next. 0-2 with 1 away. On first, Matt Oldham. Infield looks to turn 2 in the middle. The set by Eubanks on 0-2 in the pitch. Fastball is up for ball one. Jouer looks back first base, but does not throw that way. The lead for Oldham has been sizable. Oldham's got no stolen base attempts this season. The catcher. 1-2 on Trujillo. Rockford leads 5-2 here in Wisconsin Rapids. 1-2 pitch. Slider's in the dirt for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slider at 79. Two and two on Trujillo. Eubanks set, letter high. The righty for the 2-2 pitch he comes. Just on the inside corner and low for ball 3. Eubanks has had quite a few missed strikes that may have been balls after all, but he's not liked any of them. A few in the last at bat, a 4-pitch walk to Matt Oldham. Now a 3-2 count on Roman Trujillo with 1 away in the 7th inning. Jalen Guy is on deck. Sets letter high, here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swing and a miss on the inside corner, he got him. First strikeout for Trevin Eubanks, just the 3rd strikeout for the Rockford staff today. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Rockford, a team that struck out 9 men back in the first game and averages 9.4 strikeouts per 9 innings, just 3 strikeouts here in the game. This is a Rafters team that has the fewest strikeouts in the Northwoods League, though. First pitch to Guy is inside. Rafters have 6.6 strikeouts per game, fewest in the Northwoods League by a pretty good margin. So you understand why Rockford's only struck out 12 guys in 16 innings this series. 1-0 on Jalen Guy. Here's the pitch. Fastball is spiked to the plate for ball 2. Jouer blocks it. Righty on righty. Jalen Guy, the freshman from Liberty. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Grounded down to second base his last time out. Oldham at first and 2 out. Bottom 7. Rockford leads at 5-2. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And a fastball is high and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Eubanks again falls behind. 3 balls and no strikes on a man. Richie Sheekoffer would be next. He's got on base twice today and scored the run. 3-0 on Jalen Guy. Eubanks lets it go. Fastball right down the inner half for a strike. 3-1. Eubanks has thrown 8 strikes and 13 balls in this game. No hits allowed through one inning flat and just 1 walk. No balls in the outfield against him. 3-1 the pitch. Inner half a strike call again on a fastball at 90 miles an hour, 3-2. Fastest one we've seen from him today on the radar gun, or from any pitcher. The first reliever for Rockford, a guy who can go multiple innings, although he usually doesn't really do well in the 2nd and 3rd innings though. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Guy the pitch. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, ball in the dirt for strike 3. 91 on the fastball, and Guy chases after it and strikes out. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. After 7, it's 5-2. Rivets keep leading. The sky has gone pitch black. The light shining down brightly here on Witter Field, here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Rockford leads it here 5-2, looking to spoil this home game for the Rafters. They've won 12 out of 13 here at home, and own the second best home advantage in the league at 16-6 overall this season. 8th inning now. Nick Juer leads off against Izzy Fuentes, back for another inning of work. He's gone 3 2/3 and allowed just 1 run and 3 hits. First pitch to Juer, and it's outside for ball 1. Well, Fuentes has not gone more than 4 innings in any appearance this season. He's a long inning reliever. 3 2/3 so far. Looking to break that now. 1-0 to Juer, the pitch. And a fastball, rather breaking ball, finds the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. The velocity for Fuentes has certainly dropped off as the innings have gone on, reaching the low 80s and only that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to right center field. Over comes Matt near the warning track. That ball is off the bottom of the wall on the fly. Juer turns for second base. He's got a stand-up double to open up the inning. Nick Juer gave that ball a ride. That ball was so close to getting out of here, but the Rockford catcher sends one off the bottom of the wall and gets on base to begin the 8th inning. A double for Nick Juer, and for Rockford, that's their 3rd double of the ball game. 2nd hit of the game for Nick Juer, and a leadoff double to open the 8th inning. Rockford's first hit since the 6th, and Johnny Butler led off with the bunt single. Brings up Aaron Mann, with Rockford looking to extend their 5-2 lead. They've got 10 hits now in the game, to the Rafters just 2. Mann is 0 for 3 with a fielder's choice, a strikeout, and a pop out to the catcher. Freshman from Drury, playing his first game of this road trip after not playing the first 3. First pitch to Mann, and a fastball finds the outside corner. Right-hander on right-hander here. Just the 4th allowed by Izzy Fuentes. 2 of them have been doubles. It was Comia back in the 5th, and now Juer here in the 8th. 0-1 on Aaron Mann. Here's the pitch. And a fastball is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Juer on second base. Has 5 stolen bases this season. He's gotten 1 stolen base today. Stole second back in the 4th. Eventually came around to score on the Cam McDonald single. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mann. Fuentes comes set and fires away the 1-1. Swinging a foul tip back to the backstop. 1-2. Johnny Butler waits on deck. 5-2 Rockford, top of the 8th. A man on second base in Nick Juer off a leadoff double off the right center field wall. 1-2 the count to Aaron Mann. Fuentes looks now, comes set just below the letters. Looks back at second, now the 1-2 to the plate. Breaking ball was found the way off the fist and to the right side, caught in the dugout, or no, dropped in the dugout by a Rockford relief pitcher. Looks like Sultan Salibo. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trevin Eubanks for Rockford has gone through 1 1/3 innings in relief. Fuentes, the only reliever for Wisconsin Rapids, with 3 2/3 under his belt. 1-2 on Aaron Mann with nobody out. Juer on second base. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fastball's fouled away again to the first base side, and that one is out of play. Onto the concourse. Count holds 1-2. Fuentes pitch count now at 66. 1-2 on Mann. Fuentes brings the hands together. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a liner to third base and just foul down the line. About 2 or 3 feet foul from an easy double for Aaron Mann. He swings the bat hard and nearly came up with an extra base hit for an RBI that time. A screamer down to the third base line. That was just foul. And just like that, it's still 1-2 to Mann. He'll have to come back in. Pitch number 7 coming up. Just 1-2 the count. Fuentes versus Mann has been a battle so far. With nobody out here in the top of the 8th, Rockford leads 5-2. 1-2 to Mann. Fuentes comes set. Looks back now the pitch. Swinging a foul ball on a breaking pitch inside on Mann. 1-2. Just stayed alive on a pitch that was likely for a ball. But Mann can't take any chances here. Butler still waits on deck as Mann runs up the pitch count on Fuentes. There's nobody behind him in the bullpen right now for Wisconsin Rapids. Pitcher now starting to get loose, but not throwing yet. Another 1-2 to Mann. 8th pitch of the at-bat is on the way. And a fastball drops in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Mann. Fuentes again comes set above the belt. Looks back at second now. A 2-2 pitch to Mann. Fastball is just off the inside corner for ball 3. That's pitch number 9 of the at-bat, and a full count coming to Aaron Mann. What a battle here with nobody out, and Joer on second base has not tried to steal here in the 8th inning. Pitch number 10 to Aaron Mann, longest at-bat for either team today. Fuentes looks for the sign, now brings the hands together again. 3-2 to Mann. A payoff on the way from Fuentes. Swing and a miss. Mann sheds his bat, ends up at the backstop as he goes down on a slider. 10th pitch for Mann. You know he was swinging hard. And he strikes out. Not often you see a pitcher strike a guy out at 10 pitches. He's always advantage hitter here. But a 10-pitch K for Mann, who at least can come back to the dugout knowing he just got Fuentes taken from the game. So a pitcher now to come in for Rapids. I guess he had already begun throwing earlier and was done at the time. So Fuentes comes out after striking out Aaron Mann. Went 4 innings, tied for his season long in 71 pitches. And we will get the new pitcher in a moment. Our score, 5-2 Rockford, top of the 8th. New pitcher for the Wisconsin Rapids Rafters back here in the top of the 8th inning. Rockford leads 5-2. It's Dylan Mulvihill. It's the 6'6" right-hander from Pennsylvania to face the lefty Johnny Butler with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Rockford leading by 3. Nick Juer at second base, inherited from Izzy Fuentes to Dylan Mulvihill. And the righty set for the first pitch to Johnny Butler. It's on the way. Fastball's outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 87 on the Jugs gun. So Mulvihill with an ERA of 2.38, record of 0-0, 11.1 innings. 11th game now in relief. A 1-inning reliever. 1-0 pitch. Fastball low and away for ball 2. 2-0. Mulvihill's gone as many as 2, but just 1 time this season. Only twice has he exceeded 1 inning. Native of Evanston Township, Illinois, not far from Chicago, playing versus the Rockford Rivets, the only Illinois-based Northwoods League team. 2-0 to Johnny Butler. Here's the pitch. And a fastball is fired just outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Juer off second base, led off the inning with a double off the right center field wall. Aaron Mann struck out on 10 pitches. Now a 3-0 count on Johnny Butler. Mulvihill set at the belt. Here's the 3-0. Fastball is low and away for strike 1. Just got the call. 3 balls and a strike. Easton Morrell waits on deck. Rockford leads 5-2. Juer with some more insurance on second base. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. And a ball that gets away, though, from the catcher Oldham. Juer takes third base on that. But Butler goes after a pitch low and inside and well at his feet. And the count goes to 3-2 with 1 away. And now the sac fly comes into effect if Butler can get one in the air in time. Johnny is 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. An outfield single, an infield single, and a bunt single in the infield. All 4 infielders come in to defend against an infield ground ball. 3-2 to Butler with 1 out the pitch. Swinging a ball hit to right field, down for a base hit. In front of Peter Matt, that one scores Nick Juer, and Johnny Butler has a 4 for 4 game. 4 singles, now an RBI, and Rockford goes up 6-2. Have yourself a day, Johnny Butler. The run charged to Mulvihill as Juer was to Fuentes rather, as Juer was his responsibility. RBI for Johnny Butler, his first of the season. Brings home Nick Juer. So 2 earned runs against Fuentes in 4 innings. That's his final line. Here's Easton Morrell to face Mulvihill. 1 away in the 8th. Rockford leading it 6-2. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball is on the outside corner of a strike. Morrell on the day is 1 for 3 with a walk. Singled back in the 3rd and scored a run. Line to short his last time up. Infielder from Texas Tech playing second base today. Batting average of .353. Throw back to first base and nothing doing on Johnny Butler. 3 stolen bags this season. So Butler with a 4 for 4 game on first base. 1 out, top of the 8th, 6-2 Rockford leading. 0-1 on Morrell. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss, down and in. Morrell goes after it for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Cam McDonald waits on deck. Middle infield looks to turn 2 as Rockford has a 6-2 lead here in the 8th inning at perhaps the hardest place to win a game in the Northwoods League, or at least in the Great Lakes West. 0-2 now the pitch. Missed outside on a off-speed pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's look at the out-of-town scores once again. Just a moment. Kalamazoo beat Kenosha. Traverse City beat Wisconsin. 1-2 pitch grounded down to second base. Could be 2. Williams to second for 1. The turn by Trujillo on to first is not in time. Morrell beats it out, so fielder's choice. Score it 4-6. Morrell reaches base on it, but Butler will race for the second out of the inning. And there's 2 down for Cam McDonald. McDonald with 2 hits today, 2 singles, an RBI and a run scored. He's 2 for 4. Has reached base 3 times. Battle Creek beat Kokomo as well in the Great Lakes East. Madison beat Fond du Lac in the Great Lakes West. 6-5 result. First pitch to Cam McDonald. Fastball is chopped down to third base, taking it Fullerton, goes the short way to second base on the sidearm throw to retire the side. A 5-4 fielder's choice to get Cam McDonald. So 1 run on 2 hits and 1 man left for Rockford after 7.5 our score, 6-2 Rivets. Bottom 8 here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Rivets lead the Rafters 6-2. They got another run across in the top of the 8th inning. An RBI single by Johnny Butler. Scoring Nick Jouer. Butler's 4 for 4 today, the clear player of the game for Rockford offensively. Richie Sheekhofer to come to the plate. Facing Trevin Eubanks to begin the 8th inning. Trevin's gone 1 1/3, allowed no hits and walked 1, struck out 2. Sheekhofer's 0 for 1 today. Here's the first pitch to the left-hander. Fastball's inside, ball 1. Righty on lefty here. Sheekhofer was hit by a pitch in the first, walked in the third, fly to left back in the 6th. Sophomore from Rutgers owns the top batting average on the team, one of the best in the league. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center field line drive, but taken right there though by Butler and caught a few feet to his left, and Sheekhofer gave it a ride but couldn't put it down in front of Butler. There's the first out of the 8th inning. Rockford 6 runs and 11 hits, no errors. Rapids 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error in the game. Started back at 7:06. We haven't gone 3 hours yet. Bottom half of the 8th inning here. In front of a very good crowd here in Wisconsin Rapids at Witter Field. Here's Peter Matt, righty on righty. First pitch from Trevin Eubanks. Slider that finds the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Matt. Matt was hit, drew a walk on 5 pitches back in the first inning. Since then has popped out to first, grounded out to third. He is 0 for 2. Here's the 0-1 from Trevin Eubanks. Slider misses low and away. Laying off that time, Matt held back the swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rockford 2-7 on the second half. Last in the Great Lakes East. Looking to get back in the win column today. Would still be last as Battle Creek won today. They were the second worst team. 1-1 to Matt, the pitch. And a slow breaking ball misses inside for ball 2 at 76 miles an hour. Slowest you'll see Trevin throw. 2-1 the count. Osvaldo Tovalin waits on deck. It's 2-3-4 in the order against Eubanks for the Rafters. 2-1 with 1 out to Peter Matt. Base is empty, the pitch. And a fastball dots the outside corner. 2-2. Rockford leads 6-2. Trailed 1-0 after the first inning, but have put together the last 6 runs of the game. 3 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the 8th. All 5 runs for the Rafters in this series have come in the first innings of their respective games. 2-2 on Matt. Letter high set by Trevin Eubanks, the pitch. Fastball is just high. 3-2 was over the plate but high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball at 90. So Trevin keeps bringing the heat coming. That was pitch number 30 for him. He's thrown more balls than strikes today, but that said has allowed no hits just one base runner. 3-2 to Matt the pitch. Inside for ball 4, missed with a breaking ball. And that brings Matt to the base pass and brings out Osvaldo Tovalin. Tovalin walked and scored a run last time up in the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Up with one away, batting lefty versus the righty Trevin Eubanks. Second walk of the game for Eubanks now. Rockford leads 6-2, bottom half of the 8th inning. Set for the first pitch, here it comes. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. The dangerous Davion Downey on deck. Tovlin looking to make it a chance of the bases. Well, at least one man on base here. Downey's got 2 RBIs and 2 hits. 1 ball, no strikes to Tovlin the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Camilla to his right. Goes to first. There's no play at second. The throw is in time by a step. Nice stretch by McDonald. The big first baseman at 6'5" reaches for that one. Crowd doesn't like it, but it appeared to be in time by half a step. And there's a 6-3 put out. Matt goes to second base. 2 away now for Davion Downey. Downey is 2 for 3 today. Both singles have driven in runs. Has the only 2 singles for the Rafters today. And the only 2 RBIs. They've got 2 runs on 2 hits. All the responsibility of Davion Downey. The DH, the sophomore from Baylor. First time facing Eubanks. Here's the first pitch. Fastball strike. Outer edge. Downey, the last man that starter Jared Olson saw, had an RBI double. And that got Olson out of the game after 109 pitches. In line for the win, though. 0-1 the count to Downey. And time called first. Darian Williams on deck. Matt at second base and 2 out. Bottom of the 8th at 6-2 our score. Rockford leading. Here's the 0-1 at Downey. Eubanks fires it off. Breaking ball falls over the middle. Strike 2. Here's an 0-2 to Downey. On the way. Fastball grounded to third base. Past the glove of Wilhite for a base hit. We'll see the official call. To third base goes Peter Matt. And stopping at first is Davion Downey. So that's a base hit for Downey here. He is 3 for 3 on the day. So you've got 3 hits for the Rafters. And all 3 by Davion Downey. That's how baseball works sometimes. Here's a Darian Williams. Runners on the corners and 2 out against Eubanks. Williams 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts to right, and a grounder down to shortstop. Righty on righty as Williams now finally steps in. Matt at third, Downey at first, and 2 out. 6-2 Rockford. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball is inside. 1-0 to Williams. Williams, the freshman from UNLV. He's hitting 4 of his last 5 games with an RBI double yesterday. Hitless so far today. Everyone hitless aside from Davion Downey, who's 3 for 3. 1 ball, no strikes to Williams. Here's the pitch. Fastball is in for a strike. 1-1. No rain expected. There was a chance of rain at this hour, but there's no rain in the forecast as we look now. Clear skies overhead, although black skies. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams. Here's the pitch. And a slider falls over the inside corner. 1-2. Harry Fullerton would be next. First and third, 2 out. Rockford clings to a 6-2 lead. Tying run would be on deck if Williams can reach second base, the only one open. It is 1-2. On the first base side, Eubanks comes set at the letters. Here's the 1-2 pitch, runners go. Ball's outside, throw down to second base is not in time. Throw home is not even made. A delayed double steal brings Peter Matt home from third base. Well, Downey was safe. There was no tag on the play by Morrell. A bad throw by Jouer. And Peter Matt just comes home to score on a delayed steal. Came on the Jouer throw. And a 2-2 count now on Berberian Williams. Smart play. 6-3 now in the 8th inning. And a save situation back on for Rockford. The run charge to Eubanks. Now a 3-run game. 2-2 to Berberian Williams. Eubanks brings the hands together again. Here's the 2-2. Slider is in there. Strike 3 call inside corner. Throw back to second base is not in time. Doesn't matter. That's the third out. So Williams goes down on strikes. And now what do we get here? Well, Davion Downey standing on second base. I don't know what's going on. That's the third out of the inning. Nothing really matters right now. Okay, now they all walk off. Prattle is causing some commotion. I don't know what in the world that was. But it's a strikeout to Berberian Williams looking. And Eubanks gets out of it. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left. After 8, our score is 6-3. We go to the 9th in Wisconsin Rapids. Top of the 9th for Rockford. Matt Higgins leads off against Dylan Mulvihill. Rivets lead now 6-3. A delayed steal brings a run home off Trevin Eubanks. A 6-3 game now, so a safe situation for whoever Rockford's closer will be. Higgins leads off against Mulvihill. First pitch. A fast, or slider up and away for ball 1. Higgins had a 3 RBI double back in the 3rd. Cleared the bases. A double off the right center field wall on a hop. One of 3 Rockford doubles today to right center field. 1-0 pitch. And a fastball that's fouled back to the screen. 1-1. Higgins now with 21 RBIs leads the Rockford team. That's his only hit today. He's 1 for 4. He's popped out, struck out, and flied out to center field last time. That said, he's made his mark for sure. A 3-run Rockford lead, and he has 3 RBI. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And a fastball's high for ball 2 from Dylan Mulvihill. Mulvihill came in with 1 out in the 8th inning. Allowed the RBI single by Johnny Butler, but I was charged to Izzy Fuentes. Got 2 fielder's choices after that to end it. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back on a slider to the right side. 2-2. Higgins, Vanderwall, and Wilhite here in the 9th inning for Rockford. Rivets lead at 6-3. They lead the hits 11-3. They have no errors either. In this entire series, they haven't had an error. Two and 2 to Higgins. Mulva Hill set at the belt. Fires the 2-2. And that's just off the corner on a change up for ball 3. 3-2. See, Rockford is warming up in their bullpen. There's someone there. Not throwing though. Might be Tanner Probst. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Higgins. Here's the pitch. Fastball is fouled away left side and out. Onto the concourse near the concession stand. Still 3-2. Yeah, Probst is warming up in the bullpen for Rockford. It would be quite the rebound for Probst, a guy who has had a couple of rough outings. And last time we saw him, he got hit in the side of the head with a baseball and left the game. That was against, I believe, Kenosha. Oh, no, Kalamazoo. 3-2 swing and a miss. And down goes Higgins for the first strikeout of the night. Strikeout number 1 for Mulva Hill. Second time Higgins has fanned today. Brings up Jake Vanderwall. Yeah, last time we saw Probst, he got hit in the side of the head with a baseball in his appearance versus Kalamazoo. That tough loss in 9 innings for Rockford. Back at home for the Rivets, their first home series of the second half of the season, the first home game for them. Here's Vanderwall, and Mulva Hill's first pitch on the way. Is up and away for ball 1, a fastball. And so Probst on the season has 2 saves, but has 2 losses as well. Has given up an earned run in 4 straight appearances as Tanner Probst, most recently against Madison 2 days ago. 1-0 pitch. Fastball is sent to left center field by Vanderwall. Back near the track, back near the wall. He's got room though, and the catch made by Schieckhofer on the base of the warning track. Vanderwall sends one a long way, but it's caught out there by Schieckhofer. Second time he's done that. Sent a ball deep to left center field. But Schieckhofer had about 3 to 5 feet of room down there and made the catch on the track for the second out. And the batter is Andrew Wilhite. Wilhite is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored today. Grounded as short as last time. Up with 2 out. The first pitch is a fastball low and away for ball 1. Well, Rafters in the 9th inning will have Fullerton, Oldham, and Trujillo up 7-8-9 against Tanner Probst, as Eubanks is done after 2 1/3, and a smart call to pull him after that. 1-0 pitch on the way, and a fastball's low to Wilhite for ball 2. Looking at Rockford's game tomorrow, it's a doubleheader against Kokomo. 4:35 the first game. 2-0 is not taken as time called by Wilhite. First game at 4:35. Dugan Darnell gets the start for Rockford, a spot start for him. Cree Jeffers for Kokomo, who is 0-3 on the season. Then game number 2 comes up after the conclusion. 2-0 pitch, swing at a high fly ball by Wilhite to right field. Back near the track, back near the wall. That ball is gone! Over the right field wall, Andrew Wilhite a home run. His first home run of the season, and he takes that ball a long way, and no doubter, Peter Matt can only look up and watch. A solo shot for Wilhite here in the 9th inning, and Rockford extends their lead to 7-3. An absolute cannon from Wilhite. He just pulled that ball down the right field side, and Andrew Wilhite has the home run, the second Rockford home run of this road trip, and the first of this series. What a moonshot from Wilhite. No doubt about that for his first home run of the year. Here's Comia. First pitch is outside. Well, Comia had the grand slam against Madison in game number 1 back in the first inning. So Wilhite, a guy who had just 4 road game hits in 47 at-bats entering today, has a home run. 1-0 to Comia. The pitch is low at the plate. 2-0. So that no longer makes it a safe situation for Tanner Probst at 7-3. Probst will still come out there, though, for Rockford. 12 hits in the game for the Rivets. They've scored 7 runs. Rafters 3 runs on 3 hits. Rockford leading at 7-3. 2-0 to Comia. Fastball's high, 2-1. So Mulva Hill, a guy who has an ERA of 2.38, gives up that big home run to Andrew Wilhite to extend the Rockford lead. 3-0 is a strike on Comia, 3-1. So both games are 7 innings tomorrow. That's why Rockford will be more comfortable setting a guy in Dugan Darnell at the start. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, a fastball, 3-2. In game 2, it'll be Blaine Traxel for the Jackrabbits, the guy who I believe still leads the Northwoods League in strikeouts with 51. The guy who's pitched against Rockford twice before, or rather 3 times before in game 2. 3-2 pitch to Comia. Fouled off the hands of the first base side. It'll be Traxel against Jordan Nelson. Nelson making yet again a spot start. He's become essentially a rotation guy. He started 3 straight games for Rockford after he used as a reliever primarily to begin the season. 3-2 on Comia, the pitch. And on the hands, it fouled back to the first base side again. Count holds at 3-2. So 2 relievers to begin the season, starting today, or starting tomorrow, for Kokomo. We've got 2 starting pitchers going. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He got Comia to go down. Second strikeout for Mulvihill, but a big home run to Will Height down the right field line makes Rockford's lead at 7-3. Bottom 9, Tanner Probst comes in, not for a save, but for a good bounce back inning if he can get it. Has given up an earned run in 4 straight appearances, has Tanner Probst, the junior from Madison, Mississippi, out of Delta State. ERA of 4.05, record of 0-2, but 2 saves on the year. The southpaw from the south to face Anthony Gallison, a pinch hitter, to begin the 9th inning for the Rafters. It's Rivets 5, Rivets 7, Rafters 3. Here in the 9th inning, Probst facing Gallison, a .245 hitter with 1 home run. Lefty on righty, first pitch from Probst. Fastball back to Probst. It goes up the middle on a ground ball for a base hit. So Probst greeted rather rudely. A comebacker that skidded up the mound and up second base for a base hit. So there's the first base hit by someone not named Davion Downey today. Their 4th hit of the game for the Rafters, and a base hit for Anthony Gallison, a pinch hit. Brings up Matt Oldham. Oldham, the catcher for the Rafters. He's 0 for 2 with a walk last time out. Gallison leads off first. Infield looks to turn 2 in the middle. Nobody out, bottom 9. Rockford leads by 4. First pitch on the way. Fastball is low and inside. Ball 1. (1-0) from Probst to Oldham. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt for ball 2. It spiked at 92 miles an hour. Good block by Jouer. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Gallison off first base. 5 steals and 7 tries this season if he decides to go, but his run doesn't mean a whole lot. 2-0 on Oldham. Probst set, belt high. Here's the pitch. And a slider is on the outside corner, a strike at 83. 2-1. His fastball in the low 90s for Probst. Slider in the low 80s for Tanner. Transferring from Louisiana Tech to Delta State this next season. 2-1 to Oldham. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded to first base and foul. 2-2. Roman Trujillo waits on deck. He will bat for himself for the Rafters. In the top of the order if it gets as far. And Jalen Guy. Rockford 7, Rafters 3. Rivets 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Rafters 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Rockford looking to split the season series and this series here in Wisconsin Rapids and come back home to play Kokomo for a doubleheader tomorrow. 2-2 to Oldham with nobody out. Here's the pitch from Probst. Swing and a miss at a fastball, low and outside. Tanner Probst just makes people miss. First strikeout for him of the day. And Tanner, a guy on the season who has 23 strikeouts in 13 2/3 innings. 22 Ks against 5 walks for Tanner. A big strikeout pitcher. Here's Roman Trujillo now with 1 on first base and 1 out. The righty facing Probst, and the southpaw fires the first pitch. Fastball misses the outside corner. There's ball 1. Rafters play Madison at the Duck Pond tomorrow at 6:05. The All-Star break coming up in just 2 days from Monday to Wednesday next week. No games for 3 days. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a slider by Trujillo. 1 ball, 1 strike. Plenty of movement. That ball started outside and broke inside. Trujillo could not find it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gallison takes his lead off first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Trujillo. Swinging a foul back on a slider. 1-2. Probst going mostly sliders today. Jalen Guy waits on deck. Double play ends it. 1 out, bottom 9. Rockford 7, Wisconsin Rapids 3 here at Litter Field. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trujillo. Here's Probst's pitch. Fastball is away for ball 2, and Jouer just corkscrews himself to make the play over his right shoulder on a backhand. That ball didn't get to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Probst the belt high set from the first base side. Deals the 2-2. Swing and a miss, a slider. Trujillo down on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Tanner Probst after a leadoff single by Anthony Gallison on his first pitch. And that brings up Jalen Guy. The last man up potentially for Wisconsin Rapids down to their final out. Jalen Guy, the freshman from Liberty, wearing number 29 in white, who was 1 for 3 today with a walk. Struck out his last time against Trevin Eubanks. Here's the first pitch. Slider grounded foul behind home plate. No balls and a strike. This game 3 hours, 12 minutes old. Beautiful night for baseball on a Friday here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. Rockford has the 2.5-hour drive to make home, and then they play Kokomo tomorrow at 4:05 for a doubleheader. 2 7-inning contests in the Great Lakes East. 0-1 to Jalen Guy. Here's the pitch. Fastball line to right field, down the line, hooking foul, and that ball ends up well foul. No play for Vanderwall on right. 0-2. Down to their final strike is Jalen Guy and the Rafters. This the final game Rockford has on the road against Great Lakes West teams. They got 2 at home against Green Bay and 2 at home against Madison later on this season. Rafters already came to Rivet Stadium to open their season. 0-2 on Jalen Guy with 2 out. Here's a pitch from Probst. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the ball game. 3 Ks for Tanner Probst. He sets down the 9th, and Rockford wins game 2 by a score of 7-3 at Witter Field. Tanner Probst with the strikeout stuff we're used to, sliders and fastballs mixed in. 3 Ks for Tanner, and Rockford wins this game convincingly 7-3 over one of the better teams in the Northwoods League. They own the 3rd best record, and Rockford splits the series here on the road at a place where it's so hard to win. 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Rockford. 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for Wisconsin Rapids. Time of the game, 3 hours and 13 minutes in front of a very sizable crowd here in northern Wisconsin at Witter Field. So our next broadcast coming on television, 4:05 Central Time tomorrow. Rockford plays Kokomo. Our next radio broadcast coming on Thursday, the 18th of July at 7:05 Eastern Time at Battle Creek. Rockford has a 2-game series at C.O. Brown, their last of the season. Final score, 7-3, Rockford wins it. I will talk to you tomorrow night.